All right, there we go. Not sure. The stream just died. I don't know what happened. Well, we're back. Unfortunately, we're under commercial already, so that's unfortunate. Not an ideal way to start that. I don't need an ad. I'm just trying to make sure this thing works. Happy Easter. Okay, good. It looks like this stream is live. All right, that's what I wanted to make sure. I don't know what the hell happened. It just randomly all crashed, like all of it. Let's post another picture and another link so everybody can get back. All right. Post. All right, there we go. Still got it posted. Okay, welcome in NASCAR News. You are the first one here, but we're starting to get everybody booted back in. I'm not sure what the heck happened. Everything crashed, so I just made sure to create a new post so everybody can get there. And we're going to close all these because I don't need any of those open. Looks like we are 20 laps into the run so far. Elliott has slid to 4th. I don't know if he's in tire save mode or if he's just really, really slow on these tires. I got a bad feeling he's just slow. So, it was a nice qualifying run, but, yeah, all for naught. Gregson up to 18th, though. That's making some ground up. And, yeah, I'm just trying to keep an eye on exactly where everybody's running. Byron has recovered back up to 13th. Yeah, here come the Toyotas. Bubba up to 2nd now. He just went by Bowman. He's running 24.1s. 23.9 for Bubba, though. Really good lap times. Oh, wow. Is that Gregson going right through the middle? It sure is. "23 laps in, how dry are they going to be able to get this track before they're going to have to jump onto the next set of tires? Only 70 laps in the run, but if lap 35 comes around and the track is actually dry, they're going to be able to use the slick tires, and they're probably going to have very, very good luck with it. See what that lap time has done. The lap times have started to fall off a little bit. These guys might be burning their tires up a little more now. Be interesting. Only 10 more laps, and we'll have to see what they make to do. Yeah, not sure what happened there, Diehard. But the good news is, Noah Gragson up to the top 20. I thought Joey Gase's bumper there was pretty good. I do think Dawson Cram is... I don't like Dawson Cram, never have. So him basically just making a t-shirt out of it and kind of mocking Joey Gase, not really that good. I mean, I guess neat. Somebody threw a bumper at you and you're going to market it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, dude, why don't you just apologize for crashing somebody? I mean, you did it. Let's see here. Yeah, Bubba's on the move. He's got the speed is the thing. Oh, Truex just went up the track. All right, this is what I was wondering. It was the 9 going to save any tire? Because Truex just had a really bad lap, 25.2. 24. Yeah, Chase is still running 24.5 second lap, so I don't know if his tires are any good or if it's just a, or if he was saving them or not. Started 17th. Oh, okay. Well, I thought he started outside top 20. I didn't see him on the leaderboard for the first lap. Oh, okay. I didn't realize this. On ovals, they do not get a choice. So Mike Joy just put it on the broadcast, but you do not get a choice. NASCAR will declare if it is wet weather or dry weather racetrack. And so right now they are on wet weather racetrack. You cannot come in and get slicks. You can come in and get more wets, but you can't get more slicks until NASCAR deems it dry. There is a competition caution somewhere down the line. So when that competition caution does come out, they may declare it dry, they may not. So that'll be the question: is it a dry or wet racetrack when they do finally, declare? Did Bowman seriously just block his teammate to give Chastain an extra spot? No, he didn't. Okay. I was going to say, I was like, are you serious? Why does Hendrick and JRM both operate like that? All right, so Chase will get around him for third, but I think Chastain's going to get there. But I think the competition caution just came out this lap, so I don't think that'll happen, actually, now that I look at it. Competition caution, I guess it was lap 30. So that has now come out, and it looks like they got slicks prepared, so the racing slicks are going on next run. But they're heading to commercial. I'm going to hit a commercial break on my stream here, and then we will be back for the pit stops and the restart, and I'm going to have a Mountain Dew, so good. Alrighty, here we go. We are back. I chose the adult beverage of Mountain Dew. Still good stuff. Let's see. Yep, okay, chat, we're all caught up. I got a new car in this week. This is something that I snagged off eBay. I saw the pictures, didn't believe it, and figured, well, heck with it. Let's see if I bid on it. Let's see if we get it. And we did. So I got this car. And for those who don't know what it is, that is Matt Kenseth's Texas car from 2011 in Elite. So it's the Elite Crown Royal Texas car, or Texas, whatever you call it, Crown Royal Black. But yeah, this is a really, really rare car. I don't even know how many were made. This is only DIN number 26. But I know this is a really hard one to find. Like, I looked it up on eBay. I couldn't find it anywhere. Not even in the ARC, that is, I should say. So yeah, this one, I'm excited for this one. I gotta go find the pin for it now. But yeah, this is a really cool one. Did not come with the right box, though. It's in a substitute box. I can live with it. Because guess what? I don't need a... Shoot, I put it in backwards again. But I don't need a fancy box or a perfect box because I'm more interested in the diecast anyway. So, not a huge issue. My Iowa Hawkeyes will play tomorrow. I should say the Lady Hawks will play tomorrow. We'll see if they can get her done against LSU and get to the Final Four again. Oops, let's see here. I can't see because there's the heart in the way. What does it say? What does it say? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to moderate it. I just want to see it. What does it say? What does it say? The heart is blocking me from reading it. No. I can't read it. Viking Motorsports is a... Oh, Ryan C. Okay, it's a RSR. Okay, that's what it said. That makes more sense. Okay, that was what I was trying to read there. Yes, they looked pretty good yesterday. Matty D kept that thing in the top 20 all day. So... I mean, we all knew Matty D could drive. Anyone that said he couldn't is just a liar. I mean, they don't like him for politics. Whatever. You're inclined to your own opinion. But he can drive. I mean, he's a good driver. I mean, that was evident with what he could do with that 25 team. Showed it again yesterday. He's just a good NASCAR driver. All right, sounds like they're not sure what they're going to do on the 5 car because they had a specific setup in there for the slicks. I didn't know if NASCAR let them make adjustments to the car for the slick condition or for the wet conditions. It appears they did. So they must have to try and now swap it back to the starting setup that they wanted to have. Yeah, it's not worth $300 with the wrong box and stuff, but I mean, you know, I paid under $100 for it, so I was pretty happy. I thought this was it's a really hard car to find, and so I'll get to take a chance to make my video, and then, you know, after that, I've got what I wanted, which was pictures and videos, and I can put a pin with it and that stuff, so. I just like grabbing those kind of fun ones. All right, so they're still driving pit road, so not sure. An extended caution. It's already been 7 laps under yellow, so I guess get your ads in, Fox, and then don't do them when they're green flag racing. Sound good? Sound good. Let's all agree to that. Make it like a contract. Make it binding. Yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, we're still waiting to see when pit stops will come up and see who can get their slicks on and who has the right slick tire setup. All right, double check and see. Yep, that's good to go. Okay, that one's on there too. Alrighty. So I'm going to double check and see if there are any other things going on because they're taking a very, 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 very long commercial break right now. We are 8 laps under caution now. 8 straight laps, which is kind of a lot. Let's see. UConn, Alabama, Purdue, and NC State are your final 4. 2 1 seeds, a 4 seed, and an 11 seed all in the final 4. That'll be fun. There's a chance that it could be a UConn NC State championship game for both men's and women's. That's kind of wild. Like, if things go right in the next few games, they could have NC State and UConn men's and women's national championship. That would be pretty cool. Why are they pointing out Bristol Dirt? Oh, Easter races. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what? We're not at Bristol. Those are the Easter Sunday races, so... All right, we've officially crossed 40 laps, all right? That's 10 straight laps under yellow. Let's go pit, for crying out loud. Like, enough's enough. I don't understand... I don't know. This is taking a while. Well, you hit a mailbox today. Huh. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Don't hit mailboxes. Not good. Not good. Well, there's some water drops on them slicks. I don't know if that's... Oh, that'll be an interesting one. Matty D is decent. I don't like him personally. Just not my vibe. That's all good. But the thing is, like, you can't deny that he's a good race car driver. He has proven that he is and can do a good job when in good equipment. And even when in not great equipment, he can do a good job with it. Got a yawn. It's been a long, long weekend. Oh, there's the Reddick penalty from last year. Funny how Alabama still finds a way into championship games, this time in basketball instead of football. Yep, that's how it works. They went from from football domination to now they're going to be basketball dominant. Not dominant, but I do find that kind of funny. Yeah, Kozlowski Vax, I would hope it's an accident. Because if it was intentional, then I have to question a lot more than just an accident. All right, looks like they're going to be pitting this time they got them all singled up. They head into 3 and 4. Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me. There we go. All right. Todd Gilliland is the first car to hit pit road officially. They're going to get those slicks on. I don't see a lot of effort or speed. Is this a... Oh, it's a red. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, okay, so everyone will maintain their position. It is a red flag to change tires, which means everybody will get to change tires. No need to rush. You'll be able to get the car completely swapped over and ready to get back out on the track. You don't have to worry about losing any positions. So they're going to allow the teams to do that. So yeah, there's no time to it. They'll just come back off, reline up the way they were running, and then go back to green. So this is what would you call it? It'd be like an untimed down in football, sort of. Arkastavs, let's go. I do not like the new Richmond logo either. I think that thing is freaking garbage. The new Richmond logo is so bad because it's so dark. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to here. I'm gonna just slide this over a little bit. That way it doesn't mess with the stream. Yeah, we're good. It didn't mess with the stream. But I'm gonna pull that new Richmond logo up. Oh, we're under commercial again. How about that? I mean, if it was on-time pit stops, why did we even need to drive pit road? Am I the only one realizing that? They were non-competitive pit stops. Why did we need to drive pit road? Serious question. Like, that actually seems really, really stupid now. Really stupid. Ugh. Long day. All right, there we go. So I'm going to get the first one out. Actually, I'm just going to slide this over. Let's see here. Shouldn't block too much. We'll just block a little bit. All right, so there we go. So here you see the old Richmond logo. I got that marked over here with my cursor. This is the actually, this is the old Richmond logo. Then they went to this Richmond logo, which is the one I like the best. This one is okay. I don't mind this Richmond logo. But then there is, why is it this big? I don't need it that big. I just need to move it over. Then there's, come on, get this out of the way. Why is it? Then there's this. That is a bad logo. I mean, just objective. Golly. Stop it. Why is it like 99% bigger every time I try to look at a partial screen? I don't want it that big. Yeah, this guy right here and this guy right here. He's like, the dark on dark is a major clash, and it just doesn't reflect the track at all. These logos are very mid. I don't care for these. I'm going to look at Kansas Speedway as well while we're here. So there's the new Kansas Speedway logo right there. I think that thing is trash. This one will forever, in my opinion, be the Kansas Speedway logo because they had it from day one. That was a logo that lasted 20-something years, and it fit. I mean, that is a perfect logo. The colors, the blue and yellow, which is the color of the grandstands, the swoop, like kind of the way it's curved. I mean, I love this logo. That's the right one. This thing is just so unoriginal. Like, this thing just looks like crap. Both of them. This dark on dark clashing thing again. What are they trying to portray? Okay, there's a sun and clouds in Kansas. Duh. Like, oh man. They really screwed up some logos. I do not like this one at all. I really hated this logo. This thing should be the permanent logo. Talladega. Let's look at that one, because there's no sense in doing anything else right now, because unfortunately, they're just going to kind of wait and get some stuff dried up. There's Talladega. Again, I like this one better. I think this is a really good logo for Talladega. That being said, this one, the non-oval shape, like that, I can get along with. This thing looks pretty good. They kept the little slashes or whatever, the dash through the A's, and it definitely looks more modern. So this one doesn't bother me as much, and especially this, like really dark. Again, it's very dark themed. They're very dark on dark, and I don't know. It's red on black, like. And then there's that one. No, we don't need that. But this one is still superior to that one, in my opinion. I think that's still better. But you gotta remember, I'm trying to look. The old Talladega is not even on here. So, what's the other one I wanted to look at? Michigan. Oh, dude, Michigan's bad. This is a bad logo. This is a way better logo because you still get the whole scenery thing, but the primary focus is Michigan International Speedway. Then you have this. What are we doing here? Like, I don't like this one at all. I think this one looks terrible. So yeah, Michigan, big time downgrade. Now let's look at the Iowa Speedway, because that's another one. Luckily, they didn't touch this one because this is the Iowa Speedway logo. So I grew up with this. Let's see, I gotta move it a little bit, don't I? Damn it. Let's see if I can scroll it over a little bit. There we go. All right, so this was the logo this way. This was the logo I grew up with. I personally like this logo the best. Personally, I like this one the best because it's the best like shape. It's a rectangle. Then you go to this one, which is just a longer version of this one. And the 7, it's IS and 7/8 because it's 7/8 of a mile racetrack. So I do like this logo from the standpoint of 7/8 of a mile, 7/8, like, okay, kind of neat. That being said, I still think that other one just works better. It just is the right, it's the right design. It works well with the Kansas logo, the Chicagoland Speedway. Like, it kind of matches in with those. So those are the ones I like. But I don't mind this one as much. I just hope they don't screw this up and turn it into some corn logo because, there you go. Everything has to be about corn. Actually, let's look here. Nope, they're not. They're a SeatGeek exclusive. What do we say? $500. Who wants to get a ticket to the Iowa Speedway for $500? What a great deal! A SeatGeek exclusive. Great deal. I'm telling you right now, $500 for an Iowa Speedway grandstand ticket is criminal. That is a horrible deal. I love the Iowa Speedway. It is my home track. I have been like fighting tooth and nail saying like this is a great track, it needs a race. 100%. That is still a terrible deal. That's awful. Like this track is missing good concession stands, doesn't have great restrooms, but the racing on the track is good. But it doesn't have the facility around it like Daytona. This is the most expensive ticket on the schedule. It's more than in the All-Star race. And the All-Star race is like 300 and something, and you get 4 days of racing. Maybe 5. I can't even remember. You get all the Cars Tour races, the truck race, and the Cup race. You get all of them for that much. This is $500 for one Sunday ticket. The price gouging just infuriates me. I hate price gougers. And then SeatGeek's not even a reliable source. I could buy these tickets, show up to the track, and the seller not release them, and I'm just screwed. I have no ticket because SeatGeek doesn't actually own the tickets. With them being exclusive, they might have a right to them to transfer faster, but I got stuck with this outside of Lambeau. We had tickets, bought through SeatGeek, and then got to the gate, and oh, wait, shoot, that seller doesn't want to give them anymore. I'm outside the gate. I need these tickets. I bought them. Where are they? Oh, sorry, can't help you. Best of luck. They refunded the price of the ticket, but I'm at the gate. I need a ticket. Oh, it makes me so mad. Ooh, look at this. Bubba Wallace challenging for the lead on the outside. He's going to try and take it to Kyle Larson as they head into turn 3. Ooh, squeeze. Bubba really squeezed down. He did not give him a lot of room down there. He will lead the lap, but he's not quite clear yet. Man, he is really squeezing down on the bottom lane. He's not trying to give... Well, actually, Larson's up off the bottom just a smidge, but It's driving real tight. This battle's going to go for a little bit, I think. All right, coming up to the line this time. Oh, Larson got a great run off the corner. Larson will lead that lap and almost clear getting down to the next set of corners. Wow, good run. So the battle for the lead is on. Look at these two go. They're kind of leaning on each other a little bit. Larson's getting a great run through 3 and 4 on the bottom. His run from middle of 3 and 4 up to the start-finish line is good. He's getting good speed there. 19 to go in the stage. Really no reason to save your tires here. You may as well just go and burn them up because you're going to come back to pit road pretty soon. And Bubba and Larson will not give up. This fight continues. We got a pretty good battle for the lead. Meanwhile, Bowman's just sitting there waiting. He's just waiting for something to happen so he can pounce on both. Because he hasn't been heating his tires up. No, it does not have a pee trough. It actually has individual spaced urinals that are too far apart. And so it makes a really long line and takes forever to get through. Because they didn't put them close together, which you kind of... I get why people don't like it, but I also think you kind of want to just get through there and get out so you can get back to the race. All right. So it looks like Larson has taken that spot. Meanwhile, they're showing the battle between Barry and Byron. That's for 13th. Does appear to be pretty hard to pass. I've seen Truex move up. He's up to the 4th spot. So we are seeing some speed out of that Toyota. But otherwise, we don't see a lot of movement in the field right now. Oh, I should get my mouse off there. Let's see. I was gonna say because just about every Iowa track has the P drop. Yeah, all the dirt tracks do. Ticketmaster Ticketmaster companies and that practice was when they started doing exclusive tickets through one provider. It really screwed up tickets because now these ticket companies have realized they can just sit and hold the tickets and they'll make the value go up because eventually somebody's gonna want to go. And you can make the ticket price jack through the roof by just sitting there and holding it at a really high value because you own all the tickets. So, I don't know. I'm still planning to try and get there somehow, but I don't know how. I'm just going to wait and see. I'll figure something out. Oh, yeah, the Homestead logo. That one's okay, but still, again, same thing as the other one. I think the old logo is better. Let's see. Yes, Joey Gase. Yeah, Joey Gase had every right to be mad at that. I mean, that's to me no question. He had every right to be mad about that. $12 to go in the stage. Larson out front of Bubba Wallace by 0.3 of a second. Bubba's really stayed with him. He may challenge by the end of this stage for that lead again. Iowa is being carried by a girl named Caitlin. Yeah, to some degree. I mean, she's obviously the best player on that team. There's no question, but there are some decent basketball players on that team. You know, part of it is just one player is so much better than the rest of the floor that you see it. But if you look at like the game against Colorado, the second best player on the floor, or the third best, you know, but they were a fairly evenly matched squad in terms of players. But obviously Caitlin Clark is way higher, so it offset it a little more. I think Iowa loses. I think there's a good chance that happens. I mean, LSU is a balanced, like, full team. Iowa has some players, like, but the question is, are they going to be consistent enough to get it all done? And I'm hoping, but I just hope it's not a ugly game. That's the biggest thing. I just don't want the game to be ugly. You know, as long as the game can be kind of, if you've watched the LSU South Carolina games, those have gotten ugly every time because the refs don't want to blow the whistle. And you almost, I mean, you do. You have to have the refs blowing the whistle because otherwise you end up with crap like, brawls and fights, and we don't want that. I don't think that would be necessarily happen because I don't think Iowa has anybody that's like actually willing to fight. Caitlin might throw a punch or two, but the rest of them are not really. Oh, Josh Berry just dumped Daniel Suarez. Hold it. He couldn't hold it. He spun it. 7 to go. Spin. Oh, boy. 7 to go, guys. Do you come get your tires now or at the stage in like 2 laps? I mean, I would think you wouldn't want to put yourself back in the pack. I think track position's way too important here. And the old tires will certainly, I mean, they've already fallen off by over a second. I don't know, man. 2 seconds a lap. I think you come. You got to come get tires. Come get 4 tires and fuel, and don't worry about the stage points because you're probably gonna lose so much ground by going back into the field that it's gonna be not worth it. That's right. Even the guy like me who likes strategy and points, I think you have to just take your 4 fresh ones because there's so much tire fall off. I think pitting now, you might still have a shot to get back in the top 10 depending on how many others pit with you, and you will certainly have an opportunity to be up front to start the next stage. Was supposed to get tickets to Iowa from a guy who moved there from Vegas, who had connections to Noah, but he found out his contracts don't deal in NASCAR anymore. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, getting tickets to Iowa is not fun. That is a problem. I'm jealous of whichever McCaffrey brother it is. It was Connor McCaffrey. Doubt it. It's not going back green before the stage is over. I mean, to be honest, it should. Why is the ambulance parked in pit road? It was a single car spin and he kept going. Why is the ambulance on the racetrack at all? What do you... Oh, they are going to run the stage out. Wow. They're going to run 7 extra laps under caution just because they don't want to... I mean, and I get it. Like, I don't like the whole restart and, like, doing that kind of gamesmanship. But this just points out the problem. Let's just run 5 extra laps so that way we don't have to mess up the stage. Well, if you didn't have stages, it wouldn't be a problem. You know? It wouldn't be an issue. And if you didn't have stage cautions, it also wouldn't be a problem. Because you could restart with 1 to go on the stage, but there wouldn't be a caution next lap, so people who stay out know I might snag a point, but I'm going to pit under green? Like, I might get myself in some trouble pitting under green. I don't know. Frustrating. We've had multiple cautions today, and they've just drained laps. Like this one's going to be a 10 or 12 lap yellow. The other one is a 13 to 15 lap yellow. Like, we're 60 laps in the race. We've run half the race under caution, and we've had 1 single car spin and no rain. And just wasting time. Anyway, the entire men's team is entering the transfer portal. I think McCaffrey's days are numbered. That team is so inconsistent. They always are. They've had NBA level talent come through there, and they're still inconsistent. So it's a good job. They won the tournament a few years back, but yeah, it's okay to have a change. Matt Kenseth having Vietnam flashbacks right now. Yeah. I think that's the other one that was NASCAR not allowing them to repair the car under normal circumstances. They were like, oh yeah, no issue. It's like the ambulance is in pit road and crashed one of your cars. I think you need to let them try to fix that before you just go green. Like that's what I would call an act of God, and you as a series should let him fix the car and get it back up to in position where it should be. Mobile One versus Quaker State. I did see that. We do have a Mobile One car. Yeah, that'll be good. Chris Murray being wasted. For sure. Wait, he's in Portland? I thought he was Sacramento. I think... Oh, it's Chris Murray. Yeah, Keegan Murray's in Sacramento. Oh, yeah. He ended up in Portland. Yeah, that's probably unfortunate. Luckily, the Wolves are pretty decent this year, so that's kind of nice that they're playing as well as they are. Also, got a new hat, so that'll be kind of fun to. I'll put these on the site. There's going to be a black option and a white option, and then they're large. They're stretch or they're like stretch fit, and they'll be large, extra large, and small medium. There's 2 sizes of these stretch fits. So I'll be honest though, guys, they're not going to be super cheap because I don't get a big price break on them. Like this thing is going to cost probably like $35 because that's what it takes to make them. If I was buying 100 of them, it'd probably cost less, but I just got one. But again, I'll put them on the site, and if somebody wants it, great. And if not, no big deal. I get to literally make them as needed. Also, my Pirates are 4-0. Good start to the season for Pittsburgh. A lot of young talent on that roster for the MLB, so that's fun. It's been a fun couple games for them. They battled back in extra innings a couple times, and 4-0 Pirates. Because they have a commercial right now for the Dodgers-Cubs. Final lap of the stage. All right. Come to pit road immediately after the stage. Please. What? They may not even have this set of pit stops be competitive pit stops because the track's not dry. I'm okay with that. Why did we wait 7 laps then? Why did we wait if that's the case? Dude, who is running this clown show? Seriously, who's running this? Oh my gosh. There's no common sense. None. I get it. You wanted to run the stage out. That's fine. I understand that. But if you're not going to do competitive pit stops, just pit before the end of the stage. And then you can start right when the stage was going to end. Like you literally, as you come to the choose line, that can be when the stage ends. And you can start 1 lap in. But instead, no, we're going to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 extra laps. As you can tell, I do not get a lot of sleep. And I am very irritable today. And NASCAR is getting on my nerves. I still love the sport, though. There better be a Cubs car ran in the Chicago course, just like the Sox car. That'd be pretty cool. And the Pirates started like this last year and still finished near the bottom. They did, but they didn't have the young crop of pitchers that they have this year. That's where I'm excited because what their current starting lineup is I don't think they're top of the league by any stretch, but they've got a decent starting lineup, and they've got a couple guys. Obviously, I think his name is Paul Skeens, but he's going to come through the minors and probably start later in the year. But they're going to have a pretty handy top 3 in their rotation, which could be really fun. And then on top of that, they got O'Neal Cruz back off an injury. Brian Reynolds has continued to play well, and I don't know, just exciting. It's good to see him play well. Obviously, they started like this last year. Like I said, 20-9, and didn't make the postseason. The difference is I do expect them to have more consistency with the talent around them because the way that they got some extra players in, they did fill a lot of pretty nice holes. So a lot of spots where they were weak, they're not necessarily strong, but they're much, much better than they were last year. Cubs still win the Central. Aren't they 1-3? Maybe they're 2-2, but I don't know if they're going to do that. I think the Cubs are better than the Brewers and the Reds. I don't know. The Reds are a wild card. I don't know what they're going to do. That's baseball, though. You just never know. One trade can make a huge difference because a player just flips a switch. All right, are we finally going to pit this time by? Nope. Nope. I'm going to need more alcohol. All right. We will have competitive pit stops, is what we're being told. Okay, when? Can we do it now, please? I'm sorry, what? 18 years? Heck yeah, dude. That's an old tire changer, man. Yeah, it's only 3 games. But I was more looking at, like, the roster part of it, because that's how you grade these things. At least that's how the teams do. So, like, I got to go inside Pirate City last year and kind of get a little peek and see some of the kind of stuff and how they do that. And they truly do, like, grade players and have, like, it's literally like Madden stats. And then they can weigh what things they want. So they can say, well, we need a player to fill this role, and so here's the primary traits we want. Here's the traits that aren't as important. So that overall rating doesn't necessarily matter, because they're saying, I want all these traits. What can I get? And then it'll turn around and spit out a player of, like, here's the best player for all these traits and what they'll cost or what they might cost and down the list. So it allows them to make better free agent decisions to fill gaps rather than trying to just stack a roster with the best, the best 9 players out there. Like, teams with less money just don't have that option. The Dodgers do, but nobody else does. And the Yankees do. They have plenty of payroll as well. All right, they are in for pit stops. They are competitive this time. Joey Logano's team is on it. A little slow on the left rear. Honestly, just stop as a whole looks kind of slow. Actually, the left side was pretty good. 9 crew is on the hunt. Perfectly unison. They look pretty quick. We'll see. This could all be for naught. Oh, good exit. Yeah, he's gonna come out 5th. He's gonna beat Logano and Chastain. So he got 2 spots. But the front 4 did not change. So Larson, Wallace, Bowman, and Truex off pit road. Then Elliott, Logano, Chastain, Barry, Preece, and Gilliland down 4. So nobody jumped into the top 10, but a little bit of shuffling within the top 10. So the stage end has come to... Let's see. I can't even see that stage end. I'm going to sneeze, so I'm going to throw my ad in quick because I'm going to sneeze anyway. And then get ready to go for stage 2. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just a notification for eBay. Awesome. Well, yeah, for those who don't know, there is an eBay link posted. And actually, is it posted? It was in my comments before as a pin. And no, it's not. I probably ought to pin that, actually. Let's see. I better make sure, first of all, that it is the right link. Oh, we got something goofy going on here. As you can see, it tried to post like 21,000 characters. Yeah, we don't want that. There we go. Let me grab that link quick. Oh, let's see here. Gonna go ahead and get that link ready to go so you guys can go if you're interested. Just throwing it out there. Like I said, there's a bunch of diecast, a lot of sprint cars starting or ending tomorrow. All started at $1. I think they're at about the $40 range to $60 range right now, most of them. So they're still pretty cheap compared to what they cost new. But anyway, yeah, that is currently on the page. But because I'm moving, I wanted to get the emoji out of there. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Pin message. I'm going to do it that way. Ugh, the emoji's in the way. But anyway, yeah, so that is the eBay page. If you're looking, there's a bunch of cars. There's a, what's his name? Kimi Räikkönen. There's some Elliott trucks. There's an Elliott Elite. So there's a few other cars on there, but all of them started at $1, so they're pretty cheap. So if you're looking, go ahead and head on over there. They end tomorrow, and then once they're all ended, I'll ship them all out, and then I'll be kind of ready to roll for my next batch of stuff to ship out, and then hopefully in a couple months, I'll be moving to a whole new area. So it should be kind of fun. Coming back to the green, Larson with a nice jump. Clear of the field by the time they got to the start-finish line. Big, big jump for Kyle Larson there. And Larson will clear by the time they get to 3 and 4, but Bubba's going to cross him over. Not quite enough to get there. So 81 laps in. This stage is 160 laps. They will have to stop in this stage. If not for fuel, they will have to stop for the purpose of tires because the tire fall-off will be big enough. The question is, do they stop once or twice? Because there is a two-stop option where you stop at, instead of lap 80, you stop at 60 and 60. Sorry, not 60 and 60. I think it's 55 and 55. But basically, same kind of concept. You're going to stop twice instead of once. And the tires will make up that difference because the new tire speed is about a 23.3, 22 or 22.3, 22.5. That's kind of the speed. 35, 40 laps in a run, they run 24.2s. That's 2 seconds. So 2 seconds a lap. That's a lot of fall off. You can make a lot of ground up if you play your strategy right. So Larson is cruising out in front of the field. Bowman is 4th. Elliott is 7th, and Byron is 16th. I wonder if they're trying something on the Byron car. He was off in qualifying, and he's a little further down the chart today, too. But he's got a lot of race left. Noah Gragson has popped his way up into the 11th spot. That 10 car continuing to show good speed this year. They have really done a good job. And as I say that, he fights into the top 10. But they've shown good speed on the ovals. Now, their road course package last week was garbage. He's going to have to work on his road course racing. But he's looking pretty good on the ovals so far. All right, so 15 laps into the stage. I personally, let me see how much fall off we already have. Already 0.3 of a second, 15 laps in. We go about 15 to 45 or 55. So 55, 110. Yeah. I think I'm gonna two-stop it. I don't think I want to stay out all the way to lap 80. I don't think that's a good option for me. I'm gonna go with a two-stopper. I think it's faster. So you've heard it. Any crew chief who goes on the two-stop strategy they win my approval. Kind of like Adam Stevens and Michael McDowell's crew chief did at COTA. That's what the strategy I want to play. Let's see who does it, because strategy is good if they use it. Also, as I said, that Josh Berry has moved into the 4th spot, so he continues to move forward. Oh man, that Mobil 1 car for Christopher Bell looks really good. I like that. That thing looks good. Apparently someone's climbing the fence. Oh, not that again. We don't need to do that again. Once is enough. So it looks like Logano trying to work on Bowman here. "19 laps into the stage. Larson has led pretty much every lap. I say pretty much. There was a small time where Elliott led about 10 to 15 laps, and then Bubba led a couple on the restart last time. Man, John Nemechek must have had a terrible pit stop. He's all the way back in 29th. Blaney in 28th. Oh, my goodness. Well, the thing is, Blaney has always sucked at Richmond. Nobody knows this, or a lot of people don't know this, but he has always sucked at Richmond. This is not a surprise. He does not like this racetrack. Ty Dillon is a bust. Yes, that is 100%. Yeah, Josh Berry up to 4th, and he started out back. He has kind of risen through the field, so he did not start up front. He has earned his way all the way to that spot. Are we going to commercial already? Seriously? Oh, Byron had to stop and back up on pit road, so that cost him some spots. Well, that explains the loss of 5 positions. What did it? Alrighty. All right, let's keep an eye on the lap timer. Toyotas look to be pretty good on the long run. I'm trying to see how much fall off I'm seeing out of them, but all right, so as I said, my strategy would be about lap 50 to 55. So we still got a long, I say into 55 to 55 in the stage. That is another 30 laps from now. That would be about lap 123 to 125. So at lap 123 to 125, that would be where I would want to bring my guy to pit road and let him do a cycle of pit stops. Everyone else will stop around lap 153. 155-ish. So we're talking beating them to pit road by about 20 laps, multiple seconds a lap faster for the first chunk of laps, for sure, especially. You're talking, you're going to be able to gain 20, 30 seconds. So if you're a guy in the back, you're going to cycle up to the front. And the reason I also like the two-stop strategy, the downside is if you pit, come out, and a caution comes out, you get trapped a lap down. The good side of it is if you pit, come back out, run your tires, and then the leaders come in and pit, you're going to be in the lead when they come out. They're going to be chasing you down. But you're going to be in the lead when they come out, and then if any caution comes out between there and when your next pit stop is, you've just inherited the lead or a lot of track position. And then if you pit again, get your fresh tires and come out, and you're going to have to start at the back again with 30 laps to go, I would personally, as a crew chief, say, okay, that's our last set for the stage. So we're going to run until the stage runs out. So if a caution... What's it doing? Okay, it looks like I recovered the stream. The stream about crashed again. I was able to recover it, I think. I see that big spike in lost viewers, but it is what it is. Can't fix that. Or at least for some reason I can't fix it. Okay, looks good. All right, we're good to go again. For some reason, we're still fighting technology issues today. We're not yellow, right? Okay. Ooh, Josh Berry up to 3rd. Is he got something on this long run to really get up there? He continues to be able to move forward. That is the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Josh Berry really turning some good laps. Bubba Wallace's car is not holding on well at all. He is falling back. His last lap time was a 24.1. Everyone else was in the 23.7 to 23.9. So that might just be one lap, but not a good lap. All right, another 20 laps till the first cycle of pit stops that I would take. All right, Truex running 23.6, 23.7 for Barry, 23.7 for Larson. So all pretty close. All right, so Bubba's running in 5th, talking about some breaks. Got his lap time back down to a 23.7, so that's pretty good. He's going to be all right there. Man, Richmond is one of the, in the Technics games, which would be NASCAR 14, NASCAR Inside Line. Those games, like, I'm telling you, Richmond, Kansas, there's a lot of tracks like that are really fun to race. I love any of the racing or the tracks that like let you race with the throttle and less with the steering, where it's more about hitting your marks with braking and throttle than actually trying to like steer with a stick on a controller. Now, when you have a steering wheel, a whole nother story, but. All right, what was that message for? To the inside, Gilliland and Busher. Noah Gragson right behind that battle, as Busher has been coming forward. Small amounts of rain potentially off to the west. They're still nowhere near halfway, so they should be fine that, as far as not having to worry about that for the race ending. Now, that being said, we will be past halfway by the end of Stage 2, so where you finish Stage 2 might be exactly where you want to be. So 41 laps in. 41. Remember, my lap was 55. It was about the ballpark. So if anyone is going to try the two-stop strategy, they're going to have to pit in the next 10 to 15 laps. I'm very curious to see who goes for it. I hope someone does. I want to see if it's good. Yeah, it has. I mean, here's the thing. Larson and Truex battled for the win back in 2017 here, but every other time, anytime Truex was good here, Larson wasn't. And anytime Larson was good here, Truex wasn't. So we haven't seen a good Truex-Larson battle for a little bit. It'll be fun, though. I'm excited for it. Who knows? Barry may be the one to sneak up in there and really get his, get in the way of that. These tires aren't falling off as much as they did on the last run. Now, they're 40 laps into the run, and they're only off a second and a half. Like, I don't know if the two-stop strategy makes sense. I thought it was going to fall off a lot more than that. Second and a half. Beat my 20 lap. It might be more useful to run out to the 80 lap mark. It might be. I mean, a poorly timed caution will screw you either way, whichever strategy, because either one can get bit by a yellow. But, yeah, with the fall-off I'm seeing on some of these cars, I think they're going to be better off to go ahead and do the two-stopper. Not Larson and Truex. Those guys have really good cars. But I think guys, 4th, 5th on back. Actually, not even 4th. I think you'd have to be Bowman on back. Their lap times are starting to drop more significantly. They're 24.1s versus a 22.6. That's a little over a second and a half. And again, we still have 10 laps till that window would open that I talked about. So I'm still taking the two-stop strategy. Come on, Alan Gustafson, two-stop strategy. Noah Gragson, two-stop strategy. Any of my other favorites, that's the strategy I want to see. Oh my gosh, where is Corey? I didn't even look. It's wild that Truex is a point leader again. What else is wild is the fact that William Byron isn't top, 10 in points. That's crazy to me. All right, still keeping an eye on it. Noah Gragson just ran a really good lap, and then it followed up with a 24-1, so must just hit his marks really well. He was fast on the racetrack last lap. Could be a long-run car. We'll see. Ugh. Goodness. It's only 7 o'clock. I feel like I need to sleep for another year. Larson lap times are really starting to fall. He might be in traffic, though. But looks like Truex is going to be there in the next 5 to 6 laps. Not Richmond without a fan climbing the fence. I swear, if there's a fan that causes a caution for climbing the fence again. For those that haven't seen, I'll show you that. My glowy mic stand. I can literally change the color at will. Yeah. So yeah, I got some fun little tricks up my sleeve with that. But no, I had to show that because it always catches my eye. It's bright and shiny. Let's see. Yeah, Corey, Ty Dillon, and Hemrick can all go to active trucks for my. I think it'd be good in trucks too. I think they would be a very solid, group of Cup teams that could use them. Because, yeah, it looks like they're all going a lap down right now. Oh, Harrison Burton, too. Send him back. Holy cow. He does not need to be up here. I'm sorry. That team has run like crap since he got there. There it is. Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski are pulling the 2-stop strategy. They are in. All right, that could be a huge gain for them, guys. It looks like Josh Berry is in on the next lap. Yep, Josh Berry is in. Who's next? So, lap 124. These guys are committing to the 2-stop strategy. We'll see who else decides to jump on that train. Oh, Truex is in on that train. Okay. Interesting. You do lose a lap, so there is a risk to it. Because, like, Truex, he came in, and he's going to lose, I think this is his first lap he'll lose. He's going to lose at least a lap, if not a little bit more. But it depends on how long you decide to wait. So, I'll be honest. At this point, I want Chase to stay out and do the 1-stop. I think you've already blown your chance to 2-stop it because everyone else beat you to pit road. And by everybody beating you to pit road, you literally won't win. Like, you're going to come out in so much traffic. I don't want him to pit. I want him to stay out until lap 80. Because you're 20 more laps. Run 20 more laps in pit because right now he's going to end up in like 15th. And he'll have to drive through a boatload of traffic with guys on similar tires to him. And that's just going to be slow. He's going to lose so much track position. So at this point, if you're Bell on up, I think you're committed. You got to run the half and half. You can't wait. You have to run all the way to lap 80. I think you're committed now. Oh, Bell just pitted, so we'll see how that goes. I guess Bell will be the best magnifier if you pit late versus not pit at all. So, but yeah, anybody that pitted on lap 54 or 53, those guys at this point, you're going to lose a ton, and I mean a ton of track position if you come in. And so, and you'll only have like 2 lap fresher tires, and it's not going to be enough for you to just blow by everybody. And Elliott pits. Oh my God, Gustafson. Oh my God, what are you doing? What is the... How can you be so bad at pit strategy? What are you doing? So everybody else... okay, just lose all your spots, whatever. He's going to come out freaking 15th, 20th. And he's going to be on, like, 3-lap better tires. He's not going to pass anybody because the tire difference isn't big enough. Logano's doing the same thing. What are they doing? If you're going to run it out, run it out. If you wait all the way to lap 60, now you split it into 50 and 50. But, I don't know, man. Maybe it'll cycle out, but I just feel like when you give up all that track position, you're just setting yourself up for failure. I mean, yeah, he came out 20-something. And, yeah, there's about It's about 5 more cars to pit, so he'll come out about 15th. But 15th, you just kicked 10 positions off. Like, why? You have 4 lap fresher tires. Are you going to drive from 15th back to 5th on 4 lap fresher tires? Personally, I don't think you will. God, I don't understand that, man. I don't know. We'll see where Larson ends up. I like Larson's strategy. I think that's the right call to make. I think actually Bowman. We'll see where Bowman ends up. Elliott and Bowman had very similar cars and very similar lap times. So we'll see at the end of the stage where Bowman is and where Elliott is, and that'll be a judge on which one is actually the best option. Because right now, Martin Truex Jr. is running a 2 1/4 faster than Larson, and 17 more laps. Run 17 more laps, and you only have to pit one time. One time. So, I don't know, man. I just don't think it's worth it. I think you lose so much time in traffic, I don't think it's worth it. I think that's a bad gamble, man. I really do. Because right now, he's right behind, like literally, he is right behind Ross Chastain, and he's running pretty crappy laps. Like, he's only a second faster than the leader, and a second is not going to do it. He's going to need to be faster than that. And, yeah. I don't think that's a good call. But we'll see. I mean, he's going to have to pass a lot of cars, and I just don't think he's going to be able to do it because there's just a lack of time. Ooh, Ty Dillon just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. Ty Dillon's not in the 77. That's Carson. So Carson just about missed the corner and knocked out Burton. I am so used to that being Ty Dillon. All right. I still think Bowman has the right strategy. I really do. I like what he's doing. I think that's the best way to do it. Barry just got back on the lead lap. I mean, Elliott is like... He's probably half the track behind as far as getting back on the lead lap. And yeah, he's got okay lap times compared to like Chastain in front of him and that, but like he's not got lap times that are going to blow Chastain out of the water. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know about that. I really think that was a mistake. Being the last car to pit on the 2-stop strategy sounds like something that's going to bite him. And I think Bowman's got the right call. But we will see. We will find out when these guys pit in about 10 laps. They'll cycle around, and there's a good chance guys like Bowman and them will be a lap down to guys like Truex, but they'll have brand new tires that are 25 laps fresher than those guys, and they'll be able to get their lap back pretty quick. But I don't know, man. I just don't think that was a good call. Because Larson's running 24.3s, Bowman's running 24.6s, a little higher, but when it comes to, you know, trying to pull the 2-stop strategy, it's like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see by the end of the stage if the math works out. I mean, a caution throws this whole thing into loop anyway, so we don't really know, but he has yet to pass Chastain. He's running 23.5s, which are worse than most of the guys in front of him. Like, you put yourself back in traffic on slightly newer tires and lost all your positions. Like once everyone else pitted and you hadn't, you made your bed. You had to stay in it and stay out. You have to. Bowman, if he wanted to pit and all those other guys beat him to pit road and he was going to be the last guy, nope, I'm out. I can't do that strategy now. Now I have to run a 2-stop because if I'm last guy in on new tires, I'm just going to get stuck behind all of them and I'm going to burn up my fresh tires just trying to get to them. And then you're just sitting there 10 spots worse in line because of crap strategy. This is what's driven me nuts about Gustafson for his entire career. He is a terrible, terrible pit strategist. He's the only guy I've ever seen pit on a green-white checkered at Charlotte. Cost him the Coke 600. That, I cannot fathom pitting in that situation. In what way that made sense. Lead lap, the first lap is getting up to speed. So you're probably going to be just fine on the first lap. Second lap, you might be a little bit slower, but there's a lot of cars behind you. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Said I don't... he just now got by Chastain, but his lap times are literally not even half a second better than Larson. Not even half a second better. Are they close to Bowman? No, they're not even that good compared to Bowman. Like I said, I don't think he's going to make the time up. I don't know if Bowman's... I don't know. I think Truex has obviously got the best car right now, but So these guys are going to pit about 7 laps, and then it's going to be one of them's going to run 50 laps to the end, or 80 laps to the end. One's going to pit with 50 to go to the end. And I don't know. We'll see where they time out at. All right, let's see. Who are the guys on the old tires? Right now, Suarez is on old tires. Justin Haley is on old tires. Ty Dillon is on old tires. Todd Gilliland is on old tires. Bowman, Wallace, and Larson. All of the guys on old tires. Now, I mentioned Chase pitting at a horrible time. Everybody around him pitted about lap 121 to 122, 123. He pitted lap 127. Only 3 to 4 laps. Well, 3 to 4 laps means you're pitting 3 to 4 laps after guys, so you're slightly better. Still got to pass them, though. So you're slightly better than the guys in front of you, but you still got to pass them. And, unfortunately, the other thing is they had 3 to 4 laps at a second and a half faster to pass you. 3 to 4, second and a half, do the math, roughly 6 to 9 seconds. So if you do the math of 6 to 9 seconds, about 10 spots, that's exactly where you find him. So we'll see. I said I just don't like that strategy of being that late, unless they think there's a big enough tire advantage by splitting it very evenly at 50-50-50 versus what these guys are going to do, which is like 50-60-60, because they're off by a few laps on the first stop. So I don't know. We'll see. But right now, Chase isn't even faster than Keselowski, who pitted 6 laps faster than him or earlier. I just don't like the strategy. I don't think that was a good call. I think that was bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what are you talking about with second tier grandstands? Is it like a second level? Like a... So Chase ran a 23.7. That's pretty good. Larson at 24.1. He's not even unlapped himself yet, though. Keselowski still has to unlap himself. He's about a half straightaway behind. And I say unlap himself. They both of those cars, Larson and Keselowski, are both going to have to pit again still. So, like, and Larson's coming this time. So, like, Keselowski didn't even get back on the lead lap before Larson pitted. I don't know, man. I think that was a mistake. I think mistakes were made. We'll see. We will see. I'm just very what? Going into turn 1? Oh, going into turn 1. Sorry. I would do grandstands. I thought I was looking for a crash. All right, let's see what happens. So Larson's on pit road. He's going to cycle out slightly, I would say slightly over a lap down. But he'll have very, very fresh tires. The lap times on Truex are 23.7s. He'll be able to run about 22.5. So he'll second a lap faster. He'll get back on the lead lap real quick. And Bowman's the one I'm watching. I want to see where Bowman cycles out because that will be the best measuring stick for where Chase Elliott was. Part of it would potentially be based on who's got the better long run car, short run car, whatever. But for the most part, I thought those two are the most similar. Yeah. Oh gosh, Larson didn't even lose a lap. Oh, this is going to be ugly. Yeah, those one-stoppers are going to be, I think, the guys to beat. The good news is, of the one-stoppers, there's only a handful of them, so he'll lose spots to a lot of those one-stop guys, but it won't be the biggest deal in the world because they're going to be, he's going to be back on pit road in about 20 laps. About 57 to go, probably. Probably 50 to go, but, that's when you'll see him. So here's Bowman now. Oh, but it's a slow stop. We're not even going to know. He had such a bad stop. Well, I guess a few seconds isn't going to be a monster difference. We'll see by the end of the stage if he's still up there, though. So, yeah, Larson doesn't even fall a lap down in all of that. 76 to go. Truex is the leader. I'm trying to see lap timer. Yeah, Truex has got really good laps. He's got Josh Berry gapped by over 5 seconds right now. I mean, look at the difference between Logano and Elliott. Those guys were nose to tail before the stops. Like, they were just a second or so off each other. And the difference now, they are around 10 seconds apart because one of them came out in traffic and one of them didn't. So 74 to go. All right, so keeping an eye on it. Noah Gragson is in 11th. Now, again, some of these spots are going to change hands as these guys that are on different strategies come back through there. Honestly, a good cycle of green flag pit stops, though. It looks like he came out pretty good in that. Are we really going to another commercial? Ugh, bummer. Carl Larson's lap time 23. Oh, wow, only a 23.2. I thought he'd be faster on the brand new slicks. Yeah, 23.4. Those aren't great. I mean, they're good laps. Don't get me wrong. Those are good lap times. But not as good as I thought they were going to be. Bowman's way off the pace of that. So we're 90 of 160 laps to go. So we're 70 laps to go in the stage. Like I said, probably 55 of 50 to go is when we will see them pit. 50 to 55 to go. So another 15 laps-ish, 15. But I told you what the strategy was going to be. You're going to pit on the lap I mentioned before, and that's exactly about 2 laps early. Keselowski and Hamlin were. But you're going to pit about that lap or lap 80, and that's where Larson pitted was lap 80. So we definitely knew the strategies. We knew which 2 they were going to do, but we just didn't know exactly how that was going to work out. What's going on here? What happened here? Going on? What? Error. Keyframe open. What? Alright, I keep having to fix the stream. Not sure what keeps going down on it, but looks like we're back again. Let me wave in front of the camera. See when that pops up. Make sure it's still running good. Yeah, Chase is stuck behind Brad. He can't even get up back to where he was. I knew it. That's a bad call. And maybe it might be the right strategy call, but it's going to cost him a lot of track position. I mean, Kyle Larson's not even a second behind him. Like, Kyle Larson's going to blow by all of them guys. He'll be, he'll be well past him by the time they come to pit road, so... Okay, radio remix. Why don't we just show the race? It seems like a stage yellow thing to do, is do the radio remix. You know, I think we would rather see the actual racing product on the racetrack. I guess we'll see. Guy to watch might be Joey Logano, guys. He's up to 3rd right now, And yeah, he is running on a different cycle than Kyle Larson and those guys, but he has caught Josh Berry strictly off of strategy, and he pitted the same lap as Chase Elliott. So pitting on that different lap did not hurt that team near as bad, but I think he came out in way better traffic too, which is part of the reason I did not like that call, unless you know you're coming out in really good, clean racetrack, because you end up burning up your tires so quick. But it looks like Joey Logano's probably going to get that spot here soon. Oh, we got a caution. What's our caution? That changes everything. What's the caution for? Hello? Is it raining? Okay. Wow, that was quick. That was really, really quick. I don't know what I think of that, man. That was a really, really quick caution. And that pretty much cements the strategy here. You're going to pit for 4 tires and fuel and go to the end of the stage, which is 60 more laps to go. So it really did work out for Truex. Larson is the guy, unfortunately, I think he's 20 laps onto his tires by now. I don't think he can afford to, not to pit, because you're just going to lose so much time on that slightly older tire. So, due to the timing of the caution, the 2-stop strategy wins, meaning Chase Elliott's crew chief is not a bonehead. Still a little bonehead. I just wish he had pitted a little earlier so he'd be up with, like, Christopher Bell instead of all the way back here. Now, that's only 4 spots, but again, let the thing run out. Kyle Larson, I mean, seriously, if Kyle Larson just runs out another 10 laps, he's probably in 3rd, so I believe we're going to be pitting this time by Josh Berry's the leader, so that tells me they're already on pit road this lap. 59 laps to go in the stage. Caution was for Kyle Busch getting out of the groove. Like I said, pretty wimpy caution, if we're honest. But here they come. They are on pit road. Truex is into his box. Let's see what we got. Okay, are they just showing Truex? Yep. Okay, here we go. There's the whole picture. All right, 4 tires and fuel. Good stop so far for Truex. I don't see any hang-ups or issues. And 9.6, 9.7 for Logano. Good stop there. So those guys both got in and out pretty good. Ooh, little traffic for Truex. He had to dodge Bubba Wallace coming out. Berry is out. He'll come out 3rd. And Larson will get that spot. I think they lost a spot. Yeah, they did. Okay, not bad, though. Overall, normal set of stops. But it looks like that little hiccup that cost Truex some spots on the pit road. I'm not sure if that's going to cost him or not. He may have had a big enough lead. It's 6 seconds, so he had a pretty good gap. But I need the ticker to come back around to score so I can see exactly where they're at, because it's not correct yet. Yeah, Richmond is kind of feeling like a drag. Here's the thing. Now, they did the Iowa race at 350 laps, which is a slightly bigger track, but it's a slightly more, it's a slightly faster track. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of get it, because like Dover is 400 laps, but Dover's fast. What is the lap time? I wonder if the lap times at Iowa will be. That'll be interesting. I can't wait for Iowa. I just wish I could go. I'm going to go, but we'll see. All right, here we go. As they cycle through, Truex won the battle off pit road. Then Logano, Berry, Bell, Buescher, Larson, Hamlin, Keselowski, Elliott. So Elliott lost that spot to Hamlin is all. Hamlin got a couple spots there. But Gragson got 13th off pit road, technically 12th by the time Jones pits and cleans that up. So, interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to pop a quick commercial in, take my own pit stop, and we will be right back. All right, a little slow on the get back, but we're here. Truex is getting out of the lead. Larson has already worked his way to 4th, so good restart for him. Elliott had a horrible restart, ended up all the way back in 13th, so that didn't work at all. Noah Gragson got to 9th, though. I'll take that. All right, let's see here. Nice hat. Thank you, AJ. Show us the setup. I don't know what else to show you. I guess I can turn the camera a little bit. Well, actually, I can't because it's mounted. Can I move it? Yeah, I can. 50 to go. All right, let's see if we can move this camera without screwing up the connections on it. Nope, I can't move that camera off. Sorry, I was gonna try it, but it's not coming off. It's a GoPro mount on top of my monitor, and I'm not gonna push that hard on my monitor because I just don't have a good angle on it. So we'll at some point we'll do it. Actually, I could probably turn the monitor. Let's try that too. Yeah, I thought the cautions were lasting longer, but they must have got back to it. Here we go. Let's turn it this way. Turn, 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 turn. There's all the cars, and there's my Red Raider PC. Not Red Raider for Texas A&M or nothing, but it's all red. So that's my PC. And then I can't really show you the monitors because the camera is mounted to the monitors, so it does kind of not work. So, but I have red glowing monitors, and then I have, of course, this mic stand, which glows whatever color I want it to be. So that's currently RGB, but it'll go any color I want. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what that caution was for. It really hurt Larson, though. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what he can do. He's only in 4th, so he's got plenty of time to make that stuff up. Like I said, though, Chase back to 13th, and I don't think he's got a good enough car to stay up there. So, the day that they move on from Alan Gustafson, the day I celebrate. I just don't think... like I said, I've always said he's not a bad crew chief, but he's not good either. He's not great. Like, Alex Bowman got bit by the pit strategy bug there, and is one of the last cars on the lead lap. But... he just got bit on strategy. You know, speed-wise, Byron's already passed him and moving forward faster than he is, and he started 13th and further back. So it is what it is. It's just the way the speed they're at, and until they make a change, I don't see it getting any better. It's the same thing I saw with Casey Kane. The Kane was far worse than this. He would run 20th every week. And they still made no change for 3 straight seasons. Oh, Ryan Blaney's 32nd, a lap down. Bad day for him. Doesn't happen if it's a Toyota up there. I think they wanted a caution. They didn't care who it was. They were just going to see any car out of the groove. Oh, good, we have a reason to chuck it yellow. Go, now. You know, they had no care in the world. They just wanted a yellow because TV wants more commercials, and they got it. I just think it was really, really weak. Whoa, Ross Chastain all the way back in 16th. That's a long way back there. Oh, we're going to commercial already. Okay, well, I guess there's that. Yep, don't see much change in there, so we're going to go there. Yeah, Kyle will win at some point. They'll find a track he's good at, and they'll get a good setup under him, and they'll go to the front. That's just how it works. Kyle's too good to not win a race. Oh, Blaney was hot. Blaney was hot. Apparently, on the restart, Austin Cindric got in there and just jacked him up and sent him way up the racetrack. And he was not very appreciative of that. Yeah. All right, there we go. Trying to see what we got here. Is that Priest? Yeah, Priest and Gibbs battling there. Trying to see what position that's for. Yeah, Chase is not going anywhere. Yep, nothing changing today. Same old, same old. It's hard to get excited about watching a race when you know your driver's got almost no shot to win because his crew chief's a moron. I shouldn't say a moron. I'm just being mean at that point, but, you know. Don't like the wrap on the 19? I can agree with that. I don't think that one's that's not one of the better auto owners cars. Honestly, here I'll say it again. The number 4 were designed to add sponsor space has been a complete failure. They don't use more space. They truly don't use any more actual space. All they did was move the number into a spot that's incredibly inconvenient. Like, when a car comes off the corner, you can't see the number on it because there's a flare in the fender and the number's tucked in behind it. So you have to be straight on the side to see it. You can't be angled up in front or you won't see the number. And I think that's just idiotic because it was just unnecessary. Nobody asked for that. I still hate that number location. I'm a boomer, though. No, I'm not a boomer, but that's my little boomer spiel. I hate that number location so much. $33 laps to go, and I don't think we're going to see another pass the rest of the stage. It's going to be late because everyone's going to be trying to conserve on the tires that they have. It's probably going to take another caution, honestly. But we'll see. Yeah, no phantom caution when Byron's leading. That's like I said, it's the luck thing. Like, Byron has more luck than any driver I've ever seen. He's still good. Like, he's good. But he never gets bitten by a phantom caution, ever. The phantom cautions will save him or put him in a good spot to win a race, but if Byron's dominating or leading a race coming down to the wire, there will be no phantom yellows. I mean, it's happened to Chase a number of times. The phantom Roval caution for a sign, the phantom Daytona caution for rain. You know, there's phantom yellows that have bit him, including William Byron in the Coke 600, getting himself in trouble. That, you know, changed the outcome of the Coke 600, but just like, you know, when it comes to a late caution or any caution, timing out and being bad for one or good for another, he's never on the good side of it. Byron is always on the good side. He's just, man, he's got good luck. I would love to have the good luck portion. But to be fair, you make your own luck. Sometimes you got to take strategy calls, and Alan Gustafson doesn't do those either. I mean, if they were going to two-stop it, which I agreed with, I think he should have been the first one to pit road on lap 150. Instead of waiting an extra 7 or 8 laps and then finding out, oh, crap, now I'm in 15th. Now I got to run through traffic the whole time. That was a bad decision. Hard for me to watch a race when pit strategy gets penalized in a pit strategy heavy track. Yeah, I mean, especially when it's a BS yellow, I agree, but at the same time, part of the issue is stage cautions create this problem. Because you're not asking the question of, all right, we're on lap 200. How many stops to the end of the race? If you're going to go on 50-lap increments, all right, I'm going to stop at lap 200, 250, 300, and 350. I got 4 stops left. If you're going to go a little longer and try to stretch it, you might say, I'm going to pit on lap 260 and 330. All of a sudden, you're like, okay, 260 and 330, I'm only stopping twice. You know, like, you could stretch that out. So instead of it being a 2-stop and a 1-stop, it's a 4-stop and a 2-stop. And then, who knows which strategy's better, because the timing of the yellows will be, huge. Like, I mean, Bowman truly got screwed just by that yellow, because he had just pitted on the later end of it, and he did take the wave around, so he does get to be the last car on the lead lap for a little while here. Actually, he's not even the last car on the lead lap. I think Suarez is, but he's 19 seconds off the pace. He's got 4 more seconds of gap with 25 to go. Let's see his speed, 23.9 to a 23.8. Yeah, he's close enough to Truex on pace. Like, the tires have kind of equalized. He should be able to hold on to the lead lap. But yeah, his day got screwed by that caution, 100%. And that would have been Chase. So at the end of the day, technically it was still the right call. If you're going to go on that strategy, you got to be early, not late. That's just my opinion. But if it was the Gen 6 car, that whole thing changes. I would actually be fine with where he pitted in the Gen 6 car. The Gen 7 is so hard to pass, I don't like the idea of putting yourself in traffic. Put yourself out front. That's always going to be my opinion. Yeah, dude, Cindric needs to get back to Xfinity. Where the heck's he even running? He had 2 or 3 good weeks, and it looked like he was going to have a shot to maybe point his way into the playoffs. That's over. That's not happening. 23 laps to go. Are we going to commercial? Yep. Yep. Ow. Pinched my arm. All right, McDowell's last car on the lead lap. He's going to fight like hell. Oh, no, sorry, that's Allmendinger. I thought it was McDowell's car. Yeah, Chase got stuck in 13th and has yet to move, so. I mean, a good car helps a little bit, but even Byron's where he cycled out. Larson, where he cycled out. Like, traffic and dirty air, I hate to say it, traffic and dirty air are still a massive, massive problem. I mean, you just get stuck in that turbulent air and it just kills your car. Man, Eric Jones has got a good car out of nowhere. Good grief, what's he running? 24 flats? On pace with the leader right now. Look at him go. Oh, actually, a lot of people run 24 flats. It's just Chase running a bad lap time. 11 seconds off the pace. But, yeah, I think going into the next stage, if you're going to two-stop it, which is fine. Like I said, I don't mind the two-stop strategy. If you're going to two-stop it, though, you want to be on the early end of the two-stops. Don't be on the late end. You be one of the first ones to get to that pit stop and start moving back towards the leader, because when you're on the late end of it, you end up in the traffic instead of in the clean part of the racetrack. And power. Please give us more power. Can we just admit that power is needed in race cars? I don't know where NASCAR has this idea that you can have slot cars with 200 horsepower, full throttle around Richmond. I don't know what moron thought that was a potentially compelling type of racing, but they need to be fired, because it's not enough to just say that was a bad idea, continue to think of other ones. Your idea is so far off the premise. It's like a guy at a bank trying to tell him how to make more money with different loan ideas, and they just say, well, why don't we just go rob another bank? It's like, your idea is so far off the realm of reality that you need to go away. Goodness. I would love to have more. Oh, it's Ty Dillon in the 16. Gotcha. Ooh, wow. It's run 20 seconds, so I guess he's in the race. So that counts for something. Yay. 17 laps to go. Truex out front by 1.09 seconds. Ooh, battling with Suarez, though. Suarez is going to want to stay on the lead lap. He's going to battle hard for this. And that's going to let Barry close in and heat up Truex's tires at the same time. How hard can he battle, though, and still be able to hang there? He's still hanging. Ooh, watch out. Barry's going to have a chance to really cut that lead down. And as I say that, Truex runs a faster lap. What do I know? Why is Ty Dillon blocking? You're already a lap down. Stop blocking, you doofus. All right, 15 to go. If you get any tire left, you better use it. Nobody seems to have any tire left, so that seems to be a worthless idea. But, yeah, worth a try, right? I gotta break this hat in a little more. It's fairly fresh, so it doesn't quite fit the way I like it to. But I did get it in white, so that way the sun doesn't heat up too bad when I'm at the racetrack, because I'm going to start wearing this hat to the track. So, oh, wow, he's struggling to get past Dillon. Yeah, I think Truex has this on cruise control then, if he's going to get stuck there. Who else has got good pace? Yeah, Truex. Do I think AJ has won his last cup race? No. No. He is too good on road courses, and there are too many road courses for that to be the case. Because he's going to run all of them, and that's going to allow him a lot of opportunities, and he'll snag one. Oh yeah, I forgot about 2023 Roval where Elliott was literally coming to pit road and then the caution flew at the last second and totally screwed his strategy and sent him to the back of the field. Forgot about that Roval race, dude. Seriously, how many times a horrendously timed yellow bitten Elliott? And some of it's by strategy, some of it's just by horrible luck. But that's a lot like Bill Elliott. If you're a Bill Elliott fan and look back at a lot of races, there's a lot of races they should have won and just terrible luck would find a way to creep in. 2 seconds is the gap with 11 laps to go. I do not think there's any chance of anyone catching anyone, really. I guess Logano's kind of close to Barry, but I don't think he's close enough. Gillen's a lap down, so that's not even a battle for position. Yeah, they're all just kind of running single file. This short trackage still absolutely blows. I think they said they were going to run a new tire here, but it has some fall off, but not enough. I mean, it still sucks. Because the thing is, it degrades, but only to a very specific point. And once it hits that point, it then just stops degrading. Like Alex Bowman is running 24.2s to a 23.9. His tires are 20 laps older, and he's only running 0.3 off. And that's not bad. Like 0.3 off in traffic, you can live on that. So more power would help. It would help exacerbate the tires, but you know, they don't want power because they want everybody to be running a freaking Honda Civic at 200 horsepower. Ugh, I am so sick of that excuse, too. Just like being a Junior fan. Yeah, dude, Bill lost a lot of races in the 90s. How he never won a race in that 94 car is crazy to me. As a Larson fan, since Junior retired, Elliott has gained my respect at Bristol in 2021, and I like his personality. I want him to go off this year. Yeah, I would love it to happen, but I don't. Honestly, if it takes a winless season in 2024 to get Alan Gustafson off the pit box, I will take it. I will take it to get that taken care of because I just don't think it's. I mean, Gibbs, Penske are much better at making moves when they need to be made. Hendrick is always slow to the roll. I mean, how long it took him to move on from Chad Knaus to Rudy Fugle was kind of bad. I mean, it just wasn't a good match. Like, they just weren't clicking. They should have moved. Not necessarily saying that Chad Knaus was a problem, but they didn't even try anything. Like, I wouldn't mind, you know, getting a few-week audition type thing where it's like, hey, we're going to try this guy at crew chief and just see if something works. And all of a sudden, if the guy starts running 10 positions better, well, then we're going to leave it alone. You know, we're going to do that kind of stuff, but they don't even try stuff. They just like, nope, this is a crew chief. He'll be the crew chief the whole time, and we're not trying anything. It's like if your quarterback struggles, you swap them and see what happens. And same thing with your driver, by the way. If your driver's not driving well, I'm not opposed to subbing your driver out mid-race to find out what the problem is. Is it the car or is it the, you know, but I'm fine with them figuring that out mid-race. I don't have an issue if you're, you know, not necessarily picking on Bowman because his was strategy related, but if you're significantly off the pace in a race because something's off, put someone else in the car and see, do they run better? Or is the car just that bad? And then you can find out, all right, well, where do we need to make our adjustment? Not who's the problem, but where is the issue? So Bowman looks like he's going to lose a lap, but the good news is he should be able to hold the lucky dog because nobody's anywhere near it. Unless he can really fight Truex here for 3 laps. They're coming to 2 to go, and if he can fight for 2 laps, he will stay on the lead lap. And his biggest cheerleader right now is Daniel Suarez, because that would give Daniel the lead, the lucky dog. He might do it. It's going to be close. He got him almost cleared down the backstretch. Oh, big wiggle, though. That's going to be tough. But he got back to the gas. 1 to go in the stage for Bowman and Truex. I mean, I think if you're Bowman, I'm squeezing him. I'm going to squeeze Truex, and I'm going to make him know that, like, hey, I'm not yielding this thing. You might just want to leave me alone, or I'll squeeze you and, you know, potentially pinch a fender. I think he's got it. Coming off the line. Oh, but Truex got a good run. Oh, to the line. Oh, I think Truex got him. Bowman's going to run away, though. He's going to pretend that didn't happen. Bowman is gone. So Truex let off the gas once he got to the line, and Bowman just took off. He's like, nope, I am not going a lap down. So I don't even know if it matters because it might be timing of the caution that matters if you're a lap down or not. So he ran. I mean, when I say he ran away, he ran away.
So we'll see.
He may win 3 times late. I mean, like, the thing is, I just don't want him to be stuck with Alan Gustafson his entire career, because he's capable of so much more than just a fluke win two times a year and then getting exited in the round of 8 or the round of 12 because they never have race-winning speed. Like, this is a stat that shocked me. Chase Elliott has 0 top 5s on 1.5 in the next-gen era. We are 2.25. We're early season, but 2.25 seasons into this car. Not one top 5 on a 1.5. Not a single one. Byron has won. Bowman has won. Larson has won. Not even a top 5. That stat alone is enough for me to say next, because the car matters a lot at 1.5s. He's won on road courses. Well, great. He's a great road racer. Actually, he hasn't even won on road courses in the next gen because strategy came to play, and Alan Gustafson's really bad at it. But he's won at plate tracks, and he's won at... Where else did he win? Nashville, concrete tracks. That's right. He ran at those. But that's where he's got his wins. The 5 wins came from literally Atlanta and Dega, Nashville and Dover, and the other one was Pocono, which was a fluke because it technically didn't happen. But yeah, like I said, no top 5s at 1.5 is enough for me to say next. It really is.
Yeah, where's the cheese grater tire? I want that. Never liked Bill much because I was on senior side.
Well, yeah, that'll happen. If you're on the senior side, you're not going to like Bill because Bill was one of the primary challengers for a few of them years. But, end of stage 2, Truex, Berry, Logano, Kyle, Larson, Hamlin, Bell, Buescher, Wallace, Byron, and Reddick. What the heck? After the caution, Kyle Larson asked why Bowman is bad now, because I thought he was good. And then Cliff Daniels explains there really hasn't been much passing at all in the top 15. And Bowman was on old tires. How does nobody... I don't want to be mean, but is nobody paying attention to the race? Like, maybe this is why it's needed, because I have my stat card. I'm pointing there. I have that way. So I have the running order here. So if you look at that running order, Alex Bowman's last pit lap was 152. Everyone else was 171. That's 20 laps. It has been 20 laps since he's been on pit road. He has 20 lap older tires. That's why he's so bad. I mean, I'm not the biggest Bowman fan by any stretch. Like, I definitely think, like, there are spots where he could be better. But it is not Bowman's situation. Like, that is a tire issue, not a driver issue. All right, everybody is in. All right, 9 crew, get a good solid stop and get some spots. They are sorely needed. And lost 3 more. Good Lord. Oh, actually, he may have gained one. Who gained that many? Is that Truex? He gained a couple. Gregson came out right behind him. So he just got Gregson. 1 spot. Woo! It's hard to gain a spot. It's not, I can't blame the pit crew too much.
These tires don't fall off that much, 20 laps.
Yeah, no, they should fall off more, but 20 lap older tires, like you would think are, oh, you're 20 lap old tires, you're gonna get smoked. No, Bowman almost held them off there. Like 20 lap old tires, like the tires don't fall off that much, which is why I was saying the 80-80 strategy, which is actually employable here. We have 170 to go in this stage. It's 10 laps longer. If you wanted to do the long strategy, you can. Timing of the yellow will matter, but you can run the long strategy if you choose to in this stage. I personally, I think I would still do the long. Here's the thing. If you're Chase Elliott in 13th, do the opposite of everyone in front of you. Either come to pit road early on the 2-stop, and if everyone stops before you had a chance to come to pit road, stay out. Run to 80. Like, you make your bed and then sit in it. Like, this is what I'm going to do. Because you can't follow the leader and expect to beat the leader. You can't. You can't expect to just pass all the way to the front. Not in this car. You have to earn your way up there with some strategy. Larson came out second, so we'll see. This will be an interesting battle between Truex and Larson. Hamlin and Logano, too, have been pretty solid, so that front four will be interesting on this next restart for sure. I'm going to hit a quick ad insert. What the hell? What is going on? What is the streaming issue here? Error. Oh, crap. What's it doing? Error. YouTube will experience buffering and crash equals keyframe issue, crash issue. And why is it doing this? Stop crashing the stream. Oh, this is driving me up a wall. I'm just going to keep waving my hand until I see that it works on the stream again. Okay, looks good. I don't know why. The stream just continues to have these issues. I guess the internet's crashing because it's garbage. We'll figure it out. All right, one to go this time by. They're already choosing, and we missed all the choose. Fox, that's kind of important. The choose rule is kind of a thing you need to cover because it's part of the race, and it's kind of important as part of the race. So maybe you should cover it. Goodness. All right, they're going to come around this time by. See who gets the jump.
All right, excellent condition. Stream is back in shape. Good.
It's not Mediacom. It's actually a small rural company, but they still charge ridiculous numbers for their internet. Guys, we're missing the restart. Come on, Fox, get back to it. There you go. They got the camera back just in time. They were about to miss it. Oh, they're 4 wide. That's going to be fun. Why is Chase so unaggressive? Well, he's going to go backwards. Larson solidified into second so far. We got the Logano-Truex battle in third. And we're on in-cars, so we can't even see. Dude, I am so tired of Fox's broadcasting. They're showing a side window shot. You can't even see what's happening. Like, they're so bad at their one job, which is just to bring the race to people and show them the race. See this, side by side, you can do that, fine, if you want to do the stupid side window shot. But the side window shot teaches us nothing. I can't see what's happening from the side window. Like, it's a fine camera under caution when you want to show a sponsor. During green flag action, just consider that camera unusable, because it is. All right, Hamlin's still battling to the inside. Fox is only showing this battle at the moment, so I don't know what's going on further back in the field. Looks like Logano's probably going to be able to get this if he can clear coming out of the next set of corners, but as I say that, Hamlin gets a great run and evens it up. Oh, never mind, had to lift on exit. I think he might clear. Battle with the 9 and the 10. That's a battle for 12th. Two of my favorite drivers right there. Oh, just don't heat each other's tires up too bad. I want both of you to succeed. All right. Larson. Oh, Logano tried to slam the door. It was not closed, though. By the way, Truex has opened up a half-second lead over Kyle Larson, so not pulling away as quickly as he did last time. All right, the 9 will clear. 10 will slide in behind. Oh, shifting at Richmond. Gosh, that's gross. Sorry, shifting at Richmond is just gross. These cars have that little power. They're mashing the gas at Richmond. I don't like Richmond, dude. I shouldn't say that. It's not Richmond's fault. It's the car. The car is just crap at short tracks. I mean, you can full throttle coming out of a corner. You should have to feather it. That's literally short track racing, but no, we need no power. That's how NASCAR views it. Yeah, Noah's running 13th. That's a good solid day. Like, I know it may seem worse because we think he's capable of top 10s, which he is, but a 13th place finish today would not be a bad run for Noah. That's a good solid day for him. I mean, he'd be beating guys like Gibbs and Bowman and Briscoe, and he'd be ahead of some pretty big name guys. The only guys that are going to beat him are like Gibbs and Hendrick, and then I guess his teammate. But everyone that would be ahead of him is guys that we would expect to be up there. Still half a second. Larson hasn't lost touch yet with Truex. They have opened up a 2-second gap though over Joey Logano. All right. Well, now that things have single filed out, we can go out back to the talk of strategy. So there are what are we looking at? 150 laps to go as of right now. So right now they are at 150 to go. Like I said, there's two options for strategy. It's a 160 lap stage when it comes to green flag laps because they start about 10 laps in because that's what they do. Anyway, 160 laps. So in 160 laps, you have two options. Pit on lap 80 of the run. Lap 80 of the run will be lap 80 of the run will be lap 320. Still 70 to go. So lap 320, you can pit and do a one stop. If you want to do a two stop with a 160 lap stage, you're going to pit 55 and 55. So that means you're going to go until, let's see, 55 to go would be 345, and then the other one would be like 290. So you would still have about 40 laps to go till you would pit. About 40. Again, it would be about 295. So you're going to pit on lap 295 and then 255. And that's about 50, 55 laps. It's in that ballpark, but you would split it 50, 50, 50, 55, 50. I think it's like 53. But anyway, you'd split it that way, or you can turn around and split it 80, 80. Like I said, if you're in 12th or 13th, if I'm crew chiefing for my drivers, I have two choices. I'm going to go 80, 80, but I would actually prefer to two-stop it. I'm going to two-stop it only if I come early, which means I'm going to come in, and I'm basically going to say this. Instead of going 55, 55, 55, the whole final stage, I'm just going to bank, there's a yellow coming. So I'm actually going to go 50, 50, 70. My last run's going to be longer. However, by shortcutting my first two stages, I'm going to be so much further ahead in the track position. Any yellow that comes out while I'm in a good spot is going to benefit me. If it happens to run all the way out, those last 20 laps are going to be miserable. Like, you're dropping through the field, it's going to suck. But you're gambling to try and really snag good luck on a caution or something like that. If it goes green all the way, it will hurt you, but you're gambling. I mean, you're kind of just saying, all right, let's hope for the best. And I think that would be the strategy I use. I don't think I'm going to plan on it going green all the way because a caution then bites you. Anyone can jump you by trying that strategy where at least the wheel's in your hands. You'll have that 70 laps. You'll know that coming out of the pits for the last time. Take care of the tires. You got 70 laps on them. And, people will be passing you, but when people pass you, you can fend them off. You can burn their stuff up. So So that would be my strategy, 50, 50, 70. That's my preferred method, that is. If everyone else pits before me and beats me to pit road, I'm just stretching out to the long stretch. I'm just flipping strategies because everybody else beat me to pit road. Right meow. Yeah, right meow.
Where's the caution?
What'd I miss? Something happened? Somebody slide up the hill? I might be slightly delayed. YouTube TV has actually been pretty quick, though. I haven't had quite as many delays like I did on when I still had Hulu. So yeah, 25 laps. Oh my gosh, McDowell's on old tires still. Ooh, he's gonna need to pit soon. Yep, he just pitted. You know what? I love that strategy from McDowell. That's a good strategy. So he's actually pitting with 140 to go, and he's actually technically two-stopping it, but on a longer set of two stops. However, he took the wave around. So he would have been running probably 24th, and 24th is, you know, almost on the other side of the racetrack. Well, he's going to pit, come out a half a lap behind these guys on fresh tires. He's going to gain spots because he utilized the 34 car's crew chief. I want him. I want him on Chase Elliott's team. I don't know if he can make the car go fast because there's a reason they're a lap down. But I know I love the strategy side of it. That guy knows how to gamble. He uses the strategy almost every time to give himself a shot.
Do you think Ernie Elliott would make a good or bad crew chief? I think at this
Day and age, it's tough. I think it's tough to look back and just the stuff that they used to be able to get away with. And right now, most of these setups are built by a computer program. I mean, really, they are. They're just taking a bunch of the information, plugging it all together, and then it either works or doesn't, and then they tweak on it a little bit. But for the most part, what they unload with at the track is what they race. They can't make a lot of changes. Christopher Bell looking at the inside of Denny Hamlin. So Bell has found his way to the front. Larson and Truex have yet to get separated by too much. It's only 0.6 of a second still.
All right, let's see. Yep, still good there.
Checking that, making sure that live stream is still connected. So Bell trying to get around the bottom. Not enough. He's going to have to go and take another shot. Alrighty. So, like I said, we're still a little ways away. They're 25 laps from their last pit stop, so we're still a solid 25 laps away from a pit stop sequence. 25 laps isn't that long, though. I mean, that's about 12 minutes. So, just a little patience. Ooh, very interesting. Bell's crossed over and got to the high side of Hamlin, and Hamlin's going to yield and let him go. Very interesting. All right, now what I wanted to look at, where's McDowell in the running order? So McDowell, like I said, he pulled a different strategy. He came out 33rd, 2 laps down. Now, here's the thing. He pitted right in front of Martin Truex Jr. He was just about to lose a lap because he tried the wave around strategy, just hoping for the best. So he pitted. He's 2 laps down. Look at that lap time, though, 23.4 to a 23.7. He is faster than the leaders for the next chunk of laps. So we'll see where he ends up cycling out as the pit stop strategies go. But because he pitted just now and he's a faster than Truex, when Truex comes into pit, probably in 20 laps, he's going to be back on the lead lap. And once again, once that happens, if a caution comes out in that time frame, he gets back on the lead lap. It's the best gamble he could have made to try to get back on the lead lap because you can't count on cautions. So you have to count on green flag laps, strategies that put you on the lead lap if a caution comes out because, like, you can't hope that you're in the lucky dog because if you miss it, you're screwed. Where if you put yourself on the lead lap, any caution is guaranteed to help you. Now, they may not get the caution, but what they have done is opened up the window to allow them to essentially outrace the guys that were around them just on pit strategy alone because they essentially took a lap and a half shortcut. They were about to go 2 laps down. Well, they go all the way to the tail. Everyone pits. Now they get a whole nother lap. Like, they gained so much track time by doing the wave around that the old tires didn't hurt them. I should say, it didn't hurt them as badly. It'll be interesting, though. I'm very curious to see how that works. So let's see his last lap time. 23.5 to a 23.7. He's only a couple tenths faster. That car is not very good. But I'm assuming he'll be passing a lot of those guys in the next little bit. Sorry, he'll pass the guys that are 2 laps down. Oops, I gotta get that cursor off there. Yeah. 1.2 seconds. Truex has started to open it up a little bit. We're still a little ways away. I'm gonna throw. I gotta throw my caution. I'm gonna throw my pit stop in because I got distracted during my last break, and that's why I didn't end up taking my pit stop. So because I took the Michael McDowell strategy and didn't pit under the stage when I should, now I have to go take my own pit stop. Okay, good. We are still green, that's good. It means I didn't miss anything. 1.6 seconds is the lead for Truex back to Larson at the moment. Stream is still in excellent condition. Good. Yeah, Ryan Blaney has the right crew chief right now. That is a crew chief that matches him and has been the best. Now, here's the thing. Richmond is his worst track. So don't look at Richmond and think, oh, wow, what's wrong with Blaney? He's always bad here. This is just a bad racetrack for him. Write it off as a bad racetrack and just move on. He's just bad here. It's just what it is. So, yeah. Okay, good. I didn't miss any chats. So, yeah, at the moment, Bell moved into 4th. That's right, 2.3 back. Ooh, running just the same lap time as the leader. Pretty darn quick. Anyway, so we are 234, 281, that's 50. We're almost 50 laps. Yeah, they're going to be pitting here in the next 10 laps, or anyone who's going to pit in the next 10 laps. Like I said, if I'm Chase Elliott, I'm pitting early. I'm coming in like 284. 284, I'm coming in like right on that mark. Because he's 10 seconds behind the leader. He will run 2 seconds or a second and some faster than everybody around him. He beats the guys to pit road by 3 laps. That's going to be 3 to 6 seconds. If he can gain 6 seconds, he goes from 12th to 6th. That's a gamble, but it's worth it. So I think that's what I want to see him do. Bell just got by Logano for 3rd. He got him on the high side. But yeah, I mean, literally, this next lap, I want him coming in. Like, if he's going to 2-stop it, come in right now. Beat everybody to pit road. Be the first on pit road. Because that way you have a chance to jump all the traffic. Because the traffic is what slows you down. It is kind of the tires, but the traffic is the primary part that slows you up. So I want to get 5 or 6 laps on fresh tires where no one else has them, because that 5 or 6 laps is the difference between running a 22.4 and a 24.1. That's a second and a half. 3 laps at a second and a half, 4 laps at a second and a half is 6 seconds. Like I said, just 4 laps, 6 seconds. He would go from 10.2 back to 4.2 back. That put him up in 6th. And not just in 6th, but he wouldn't be under pressure from anybody, because Bubba would be a half second back when he came off. Then he's got 2 whole seconds. He'd have clean, clear racetrack. So that's what I want to see him do. I don't think that's what he's going to do, but that's what I want to see him do. I want that gamble. What the heck we got going on here? Is everybody pitting? Oh, yeah, we got a lot of pitters right now. A lot of them. Byron in, Reddick in, Busher in, Elliott in, Gregson in. A lot of them just came in this time by. I'm assuming we're going to see everybody else. I think Truex is coming this time. Yep, Truex is coming right now. Does Larson stay on the track? He does not. So everybody's 2-stopping from what I can tell. And the problem is he didn't beat anybody in. This is why I said you got to beat everybody by a notable amount of laps. Because there's nothing wrong with coming early. But he ended up, because everyone followed suit, everyone came at the same exact time. Look at this. The whole field is going to cycle through in 2 laps. And at this point, if you're Bell, your bed's made. You stay out. Like, you just stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. Because there's 120 or 110 laps to go. So yeah, if I'm Bell, I think I'm staying out, and I'm just going to pray for a caution, because I got the whole field a lap down. And if a caution comes out, the whole field's a lap down to me, I get the lead. Like, I get the lead. I am guaranteed the lead and fresh tires. Good gamble. I'm surprised no one else did it, though. Where's, well, maybe it wouldn't be there. So yeah, I like the call. The problem is everybody did the same thing. Everybody had the same thought. If you see one guy pit, everybody pit. And that's exactly what happened. But if you're Bell, who did I say? Who did I say at COTA? I said Adam Stevens and McDowell's crew chief. Those are the 2 guys I like. Who's the guy out front doing something different to try to win a race? Adam Stevens. I love it. I love it. I don't know if it's going to work for him, because he's going to probably end up giving Truex his lap back here in about a lap. But the fact is, a caution comes out anytime between, like, right now and when, say, Bubba Wallace gets his lap back, he's guaranteed to, at bare minimum, be in the top 5. Chances are everyone pits with him, and he's still the leader. But gamble. Go for it. You have a win. Go for the win. There's no reason to points race. Go for wins. Collect the trophies. Because Truex is in hard traffic right now. Ooh, big checkup. Big checkup. Truex is going to hammer on the back of him to try to get by, because Larson is coming. Oh, Larson is coming. He's right on the back of Truex. Big slide, though. Oh, this is the battle for the lead of the 2-stop strategies. Boy, that's some good racing there. I'm a little surprised that everyone continues to follow. The bottom lane is always one of the better lanes, but you kind of need some clean air at some spots. All right. Oh, they're coming now? Why? Why? Why would you do that? The lap times are not that bad. Oh, I don't know why you would do that. I really don't. I mean, Oh, they just didn't want to burn their stuff up on the front side of the run? That's a bad strategy call. Huh. I don't think that's a strategy call worth taking. I don't think that's going to work for him. I really don't. Meanwhile, I was going to talk about it. Let me go over here to this screen to show you Michael McDowell, 25th. And yes, everyone around him is running faster lap times than him because remember, he pitted on lap 258. Ty Dillon also pitted way, 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 way back. But at the current moment, first car lap down is Chase Briscoe running 22.9s, and now he's on the lead lap. Kyle Busch, I think, will be on the lead lap, or maybe is on the lead lap. I'm trying to see where the actual leader is. Trix is right in front of him. So yeah, I think Busch will be back on the lead lap, and he's in the lucky dog position. He's in a position to get the lap back. So the speed is not there. That's the downside. He does not have speed today. But I like the strategy to give him the shot to snag his way back to the lead lap. Penalty, Christopher Bell, too fast on pit road. Oh, like I said, it must be a pass for 10th. Yep, it was. Okay. Now, I believe everybody's on the same strategy again, so that was kind of lame. Like I said, that's the problem with stages, though. When you're talking about what's the best way to run 150 laps, well, they kind of know based on the math that's the best strategy for that many laps. But what I would love to see is more of the, like, what's the best way to run 200 laps? Well, now there's more options. 300 laps. You know, when you're not planning for a guaranteed caution, or a guaranteed, in this case, finish of the race, but, you know, the strategy has a chance to fall a billion different ways. I didn't mention this. Denny Hamlin's coming. Denny Hamlin is up to third, and he's within a half second of the leader. They're all getting squeezed back together here. Lap traffic is being not good to them. And this is part of the thing I was talking about earlier, where it matters where you cycle out in terms of traffic, because they're going to be in heavy traffic. If you have the ability to cycle out into a clean section of racetrack, that's less time you're going to spend in heavy traffic trying to make passes, because all the cars are on the same tires. If you're on really, really different tires, you're actually going to have really good luck getting around guys. And if you're on old tires, they're going to get around you nice and fast too. So that's the benefit, is you don't have to hurt your lap times as much based on the cars around you, because you'll either just have better tires that they don't hurt you because you're flying by them so quick, or you're on worse tires and they're flying by you so quick that, again, they're not hurting your lap time. Because what it's about is about making lap time consistently over the next 100 laps, whether you're in traffic or not. What happened to Josh Berry? How did he end up way back there? He's all the way back in 10th. So 18 cars on the lead lap. Bell is the first car lap down, but he is right behind the leaders. Like, he's only a second back of being back on the lead lap. So every time a guy goes a lap down, he's going to be right there to pick that spot up because he's got speed and he's right with the leaders. Let's see here. Oh, 15-second pit stop. Well, that'll do it for you. That's a lot of time to lose. As I say that, Bell goes around Kyle Larson. He's going to take that spot. Not take the spot. He's moving up, trying to get back on the lead lap. But he's a half second back, and he's going to be up alongside Truex here in just about a lap and a half. And the question is he going to hurt Truex on an exit somewhere that allows these other guys to close in on him? Because right now, it's actually fairly tight at the front of the field after that first set of pit stops. Yeah, he's going to just go right around him in that corner. Yeah, if he hadn't sped, based on the lap times that he's running, he came out about where Keselowski is, 8.6. 23.2 to a 23.9. Oh, yeah, he'd have half a second a lap. 9 seconds. I mean, give him 25, 30 laps, he'd be there. I think Bell may have had the right concept. I like the idea of doing something different, just you can't speed. I think speeding hurt him. But I think he should have stayed. I mean, he stayed out as long as he probably could. I think they split it exactly in thirds where everyone else jumped early. And that means they're going to have to pay for it on the back end where the 20 necessarily wouldn't. The problem is just, if you're on equal tires, you're on equal tires. You can't do anything about it. Like, once you're on equal tires, you're just on equal tires. All of them are within a second of each other. Who is on the lead lap that is just holding them up? Is that Daniel Suarez and Chase Briscoe? Because they are all just stuck there. They cannot get a move on. And you've got 4 cars within a second of the leader because of it. I bet power would make this race so much better. Brad Keselowski running 23.8. Yeah, that's not bad. He can make that work.
Let's see here.
Yeah, still 90 laps to go. Like I said, Richmond is just... This car needs work. It needs work at Richmond, especially. Because, and part of it, too, is, like, in the Xfinity race, they battle these cars. You hear them come off the corner, wheel spins. You know, they're feathering the throttle. They're very, very gentle. They're kind of very, very, like an egg under the pedal, is an old saying, but... They're very tight on the throttle because they can't just mash the gas or it spins the rear wheels. The Cup Series, they just downshift and mash the gas and off they go. Like, I'm sorry, that's not showcasing these guys' skill. You can blow a corner, downshift, and hammer the gas and off you go. Like, that's not what makes you good at Richmond. You're supposed to be smooth and consistent and just, I don't know, this ability to just mash the gas is just a bit much. Drivers to win in their 300th career start. Oh, wow, there are a lot of them that did it. Huh. I knew Kane did, but then I did not remember Logano, Keselowski, Hamlin all doing it as well, along with Kyle Busch. I think Buescher's in his 300th start today. And they were pretty good here last year. The problem is just, I don't know how he's going to get through all the traffic part of it. Logano right on the back of Hamlin, but all of them still within a second. And it does not appear that Truex is able to get around. I haven't seen anyone up against the wall today, though. That's something I do find interesting. There's been years where they would literally send it in all the way up along the wall, downshift, and just hammer it out and get a few good laps way up high, especially late in the run on their tires. And they would find some speed up there. But I haven't seen anyone do that today. I wonder if it's just because it's at night and not during the day. I will say, Richmond could definitely benefit from progressive banking. Giving them 3 lanes to work with on a track this wide could be really fun because you can literally pull a slider. You could pull it in bottom and slide it up top by the end of the straightaway. Like, Richmond should probably go to progressive banking. And I'm not saying significant banking, but like their current banking style is probably like 18, maybe not even 18, it's probably like 10 to 20 degrees. But instead of their current platform, I progressive it. Like, make it so that the outside, if they can get rolling up there, can be usable. Could be fun, especially with this type of car and how bad the short track package is. That's probably what they'll need. Unless they bring the cheese grater tire back from Bristol, and then they don't need any of it because it's fun. Yeah, the 17 won the Michigan race, and the Richmond race, and the Daytona race. But The Richmond race was the one I remember specifically because it was the beautiful Fastenal car. Let's see here. Currently running in 8th. 24 O's. Yeah, not a huge amount that he can gain on the leader on the lap time side of it. 81 to go. Yeah, Truex has been stuck behind Chase Briscoe. I mean, the thing that's wild to me is he's stuck behind Chase Briscoe and can't go anywhere. And this is where I'm sitting here telling myself, all right, these guys are all running 24 flats. And if you have significantly better tires like Joe or Bell was going to have, you probably get there because looking at the lap time, he's got 2/10 on everybody around him. Actually, he's got more than 2/10. But because of that, he's passing his way through the field. He's on the lead lap, only 17 seconds behind the leader. And that pit road penalty was at least, I mean, what, 20 seconds probably? I mean, it's got to cost you more than 20 seconds, right? Like, you take out that pit road penalty, Christopher Bell's leading this race. I mean, huh? Bell may have been onto something. Which is just wait long enough that your tires are better than everyone enough to get around them. Because the problem is they're not waiting long enough to have better tires. They're all within the lap or two, so they're all super equal. You give yourself a 10-lap cushion, now you're 10 laps better than everyone around you. Now you can make passes. And you still have to have a good car. You can't have a bad car and make that strategy work. You have to be fast if you want to make that work. Well, we got some kind of battle. Oh, these guys are both multiple-time winners at Richmond. That's kind of cool. 4 and 2 Richmond wins for both those guys in the booth. Back to Texas in 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't like that. I think the problem is you don't want to go to the same market too close together because Texas only has 2 races a year. Like, you should have one in the spring and one in the fall because there's a lot of fans in Texas that will go to both. If they're only 3 weeks apart, there's a good chance that they'll pick one or the other. They may not do both. Like, that's why I like spring and fall, especially for Kansas, because it's like those are 2 very distinct dates that I'll go to versus, like, you know, at one point they had Chicago and Iowa back-to-back. I'm not doing both. I can't do back-to-back weekends often. I do Bristol to Kansas, but, you know, it's like if you dip into the same region too close together, you do hurt your attendance, I think. $74 to go. Crazy part is it's been 45 laps since they pitted. So they still got to go another 20 laps maybe. No. They only got about 10. About 10 more laps. 60 to go. But like I said, I'm willing to gamble. Everyone's in the same pack of cars. Nobody's able to really go anywhere right now because of traffic. It's so tough. I mean, I don't know. Do you pit now and just gamble and just say, hey, if a caution comes out, I win. If it doesn't come out, I'm screwed, but meh. Because it does seem like traffic is the number one factor, your ability to get through it. Because, yeah, if you can beat guys out, and it's like, if you're in a mess of traffic right now and you can't move forward, that's what you have to do to help get yourself forward. There's big gaps in between Byron and Bubba. There's about a 4-second gap. If you can get yourself there, exiting pit road, that's where you want to be, because it's clean in front of you. And then if somebody gets you from behind, they get you from behind, but you don't have to run them down. A Texas summer night race. It's still pretty hot in Texas during the day. That's typically why they stayed to spring and fall, because it's hot down there. I'd be all right with a night race, but I just know that that's probably a good call. All right, Reddick's in. 70 to go. Reddick's trying something. I like it. Go for it. Let's see what happens. With Reddick pitting this early, he's basically signaling I'm counting on a yellow. Because without a yellow, Reddick is going to be in trouble. But he catches the yellow right. This could work out really, really well for him. Because he's counting on a yellow basically at any point. Wait. Did he already pit, or did he just serve a pass-through? Because Larson's probably trying to beat Truex in by 1 lap. William Byron's coming in. Good call. They're trying something. Chase is coming, and here come all of them. He pits with everybody every time. He never tries the strategy. He always is the first. I shouldn't say the first, but he's one of the first almost every single freaking time. All right, here we go. Leaders are all in, except for Hamlin. Hamlin's trying something different. Yeah, Reddick, by getting those tires jumped. Actually, he didn't jump that many spots. His pit stop might not have been very good. But I think at this point, if you're 50 down on 50 to go, I think you split this 50-50 if you're those guys. I think if you're Hamlin and Gregson and Bell, you need to run this thing out and go and split it dead even. You can't come early just because you're scared on the timing of it. You got to split it right in the middle of the two. So if you're, I got to see the lap since they last pitted. Oh, Gregson, come on. Run the strategy. Larson beat Truex off pit road, by the way. So good stop by the 5 crew. 286. I'm trying to see how many laps that is. Oh, that's it's still tight up front though. They're going to be battling here. Oh, Truex is almost there. Larson going to run him all the way to the apron. Man, Truex is gone. He just put a whole half a second on him in 1 lap. Holy smokes. What lap time did he just run? That was insanely fast. Question is it going to hold on? Man, that was a huge gap. So he watch for Hamlin and Bell. Man, Bell is going to win this race. I'm sorry. Without the speeding penalty, Bell was going to win this race. He's already only 12 seconds behind Denny Hamlin. Like, that pit penalty means he would have been like 6 seconds ahead of Denny Hamlin. So Bell was on the right strategy, but man, that speeding penalty is going to kill him. All right, so just now, he's going to get by Hamlin and get his lap back, and Larson's going to follow him through. Now let's see here. So 286 to 343 is 14 plus 43, which is 57. So 57, 58. So yeah, if you're going to split it, 56, it'd be this lap or next lap we'll see Hamlin. It'll be this or next lap. I think you might want to even hold it just a couple extra laps, but that's only because you want about 10 lap fresher tires to help you pass. That'd be the only reason. It's not mathematically going to work for Hamlin, but it just might work on pure luck, I guess. But just like that, by the way, everybody stopped except for Denny Hamlin. Everybody except for Hamlin and Bell have made the stops and is basically chugging along as normal. Why is it quit cutting it off. Ugh, this is driving me nuts. All right, there it is. Hamlin waited, but only about 7 laps. Will that be enough? I guess we'll find out. Bell stayed on the track. Bell's going to keep going. Because remember, Bell pitted 300. What? Well, that's not right. Oh, yeah, it was 300. So Bell is 46 in, 55 to go. So Bell actually has a decent chunk of laps left yet. So Bell will probably come in with, let's see, we're 46 in. Probably in 5 laps. Yeah, 5 laps. 4 or 5 laps you'll see Christopher Bell in, is what I'm guessing Adam Stevens is doing. I believe Gregson just got himself back on the lead lap, so there are 15 cars on the lead lap as they run, and he came in now. So he came in a little earlier than probably anticipated. We'll see what that does for him. Man, second lead for Truex. Let's see if that's something that Larson's going to be able to combat over the course of the run, or if he just has that much better of a race car. But as we look, the Toyotas and Chevys are it's definitely Hendrick versus Gibbs at this point. Man, Hamlin came out 10th. So Hamlin's going to blow by the first batch of cars. I hope. I should say I hope because I want him to stay behind Elliott, but that's his goal. He wants to get past all of those main guys and get into the Graces ahead of Byron, where there's a big, big gap between Byron and Wallace. That's where he wants to be, is in that gap. 22.9 to a 23.4. So half a second a lap. He'll get by Buescher. He'll get by Elliott in the next lap or two. Then he'll get Keselowski and Byron all in about 5 laps. Hamlin should get all of those guys. Oh, Gateway, yeah. Gateway is kind of, it's a little hard to see until you kind of look up and over the, I think it was the trees, or what was it that was in the way? There's a big, is it a gas station? But, yeah, right on, I think it's I-70 there. You just keep going through and you'll, you go straight through on I-70 and that's how you'll see both those tracks. Probably in a 3-hour window, too. No, we don't need entertainment cautions. No entertainment cautions, please. Yeah, Hamlin's already gotten by Elliott and Buescher. He's now going after Keselowski and Byron. The problem for Hamlin is going to be the lap times he's running are 4/10 better. He needs to run at about 5/10 better the rest of the race to get there. He ran 4/10 better. And he needs to run about 5/10 better to get there in time. And I don't think it'll be enough. Crazy part is, though, Christopher Bell, I think he got caught in traffic. I'm looking at his lap times. They're not very good. I think he's in traffic, though. As I said, that traffic is so important. Once Hamlin gets by Keselowski and Byron, that's where he's going to be pretty happy because that's where the traffic is much, much thinner. And his tires are going to really appreciate that. Oh, Bell's not even on the lead lap yet. He's going to go get his lap back here soon. 23.1 to a 23.4. Yeah, he's only 3/10 better than Truex. But he's going to be 20 seconds behind, so he needs to be about 7 or more cents faster here. Yep, okay, we'll make sure the stream is still good. It is. That's what I needed to see. Alrighty. Alright, Hamlin has now reached the top 5. 8.2 back, about 4/10 quicker still. So keep an eye on Hamlin. He still has a shot to get there. It's going to come down to catching laps cleanly. But he's going to get there or very, very close to there. Martin's got a really good car, though. I think Hamlin's going to get to second. I don't know if he's going to get to the lead. And that might strictly be just Truex has a really, really, really fast car. Because as I'm looking at the lap times and stuff, I just don't think he's going to get there on speed because he is flying right now. He is absolutely booking it. Oh. I don't know, guys. Hamlin might get there. I'm telling you right now, if you look at the amount of laps it's taken him to chop seconds off the lead, he's chopping them really quick. 3 laps, he took out a second and a half. Like, that's pretty dang quick. But the thing is, he's right on pace. He's on pace as they run right now, but he has to keep that pace up for the whole run, because he's under 7 seconds back now. He's 6 or I guess 7.1, but he's gonna be under 7 here real quick, and it's gonna be tight if he can get there or not. Logano has caught Kyle Larson, so I don't know if Kyle Larson got an adjustment he did not want, but that car definitely has fallen off from where it was earlier. That's why I know Hamlin's going to get to both Logano, Larson, Wallace. He's going to catch all of them. The question is going to be, can he get to Truex, and how big's the gap between them when he gets past those other two? That'll be the question. Where's Bell? Bell is 15th. And what's Bell's lap times? 23.3s? Oh, wow, he's flying. Yeah, Bell's going to get a top 10. Easy top 10. The speed he's running, Bell is going to get a top. Bell was going to win this race, guys. I'm sorry. But like, looking at his speed and the strategy he was on, Bell was going to win this race. He was going to win it. But again, the biggest part of that is he had the speed. He had the right car to get it done. 37 laps to go. Hamlin now almost down to 6 seconds back. I mean, he's on pace. He really is. He's on the right pace to get there. I don't know if the traffic's going to be enough, but he's at the right pace to get there in time. I don't know if it's enough, though. It's going to be tight. I can't wait. This race got really good. Now, unfortunately, if you're not a Hamlin or Truex fan, everyone else is basically out of it, barring caution. But strategy-wise, it comes down to Hamlin and Truex, how they handle traffic. Realistically, that's going to be the factor, because Hamlin's going to catch Bubba here in a lap and a half or 2 laps and probably get a pretty easy pass. And then it comes down to how quickly he just runs in the clean air versus how soon Truex runs into more lap traffic and how hard they battle him. And, I mean, Hamlin may be onto something. Okay, having a kid in the booth is neat and all, but I'm sorry. If you're a producer, how does this make the broadcast better? Legitimately, how does this gauge or help the NASCAR fan trying to experience and watch this race? How does that help? There's a battle on the racetrack for second position. That should be the #1 focus. I'm telling you, Fox's broadcast crew is not focused on the task at hand on a regular basis. That's their issue. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Hamlin has gotten by Bubba. I told you he would. And he's 5.5 back with still 30 laps to go. He is coming. In case you missed, oh, I see what they're trying to say. All right, neato. Don't really care, but all right. Looks like Chase is caught up to Brad, but he's going to have to get by him because unfortunately what happens is you catch up, heat up your tires, and then you fall back. So when you catch a guy, you got to kind of get to him, get around him, and then keep moving, because if you get caught on him, you're just going to burn up your stuff. All right, let's look at the lap time. 23.7 to a 23.7. 24.3. Man, Larson's car is off, man. That thing is not running well. 24.3. That car is, like, just bad. I'm not sure what's going on with that car, but it is not good. He's falling back quick. 24-1. I mean, he's noticeably off the pace from the guys in front of him. He's dropping pretty quick. I'm not sure what they did to that car. I must have missed it, if Mike Joy said, but it's not good. Proud of Berry and Gregson tonight. Yeah, good runs. I mean, Gregson in 13th, he's going to get passed by Bell here. And Berry in 10th, probably also going to get passed by Bell. But, you know, both of them hanging around the top 15. Good runs. Chase Briscoe has honestly just battled hard all night to stay in the top 20. They have not had speed, but he's done what he needed to do to stick around in the fight. All right, Hamlin going to get by Bowman. He's going to go after Larson next. Hamlin going to get by Larson real quick there. Problem is, I think like I said, he'll catch everybody except Truex. Truex's car is so good right now. I just don't think he's going to be able to get there. His car is so ridiculously good. All right, Hamlin is now third, under 5 seconds, but it's 25 to go. He has to chop a half a second a lap, and I just don't think he's got that pace. Again, lap cars could make the big difference here, but we will see. Priest is a short track ace, but he's been like laps down all day. I don't know if they had a bad pit stop somewhere or something that really screwed him or what the deal is. Man, right as I just said that, but oh, Chastain. Guys, Truex just caught Chastain. This is going to be a race. Chastain is going to be hell to pass, and it's going to give Denny Hamlin a shot. Oh, he's air blocking hard. I'm telling you guys, Chastain may cost Truex this race. He is air blocking the hell out of Truex right now, and it is working. This is going to be an interesting fight. Because Denny Hamlin chopped almost a full second off in the last lap and a half. And he's coming. I mean, he's already almost up to Joey. We're going to have a really good race coming down here. Here we go, boys and girls. Boys and girls, everybody. But Chastain is going to be the catalyst if this doesn't work out for Truex. Because he has been blocking hard as he got into corners. And it's hurting the lap time badly. I mean, even Logano's starting to run him down. It's down to 3 seconds. And there's a lot of traffic ahead. This isn't over yet. I thought it was almost over, but this traffic's going to be what slows Truex down. Hamlin's in very clean racetrack. Now, it's still 2.5 seconds, but it's 20 whole laps. Oh, it's going to be good. I mean, he was chopping tenths, 1/10, 2/10. Once Truex caught Ross Chastain, he has been dropping 6/10 a lap. And it's under 2.5 now. And they're side by side in front of Ross. Look at all that traffic. I'm telling you, this ain't over yet. It's going to get real dicey here. And here's the other thing, though. Logano can really screw with Hamlin here. And Logano is air blocking hard, too. I'm a little surprised Logano didn't want to try and race. I mean, he's only a second and a half back. I mean, oh yeah, Logano is air blocking. He is focused on trying to air block too. All right, air blocking at short tracks. That's disgusting, but I guess it's gonna make the racing crazy coming down here. So we'll see. I mean, Truex's lap times are horrid. They're 24.2s. Like it is not a good lap time right now with what he's running. Like it's pretty bad. He's on the inside, but he's not going to be able to get there. Oh. I'm telling you guys, he's going to get there. Chastain is going to make this a race. 18 laps to go. Truex to the inside of Chastain. Little wiggle, that might be all it takes to clear. Did he clear? Did he clear? I think he cleared. Meanwhile, Logano blocking Hamlin has significantly slowed Hamlin's progress as well. Oh, Logano's going to block hard. Hamlin's going to go high. $16 laps to go. Hamlin's going to have to get there in the next lap or so. He's going to either have to get in there, but he can't run right behind him. He has to get to the outside of Logano. Logano missed that corner pretty bad trying to block. Not a good lap there for Hamlin. I think the traffic now is going to start catching up to Hamlin, even on the newer tires. 15 to go. Gap is down to 1.2. Couldn't see what happened there. Looks like Logano's down to 0.9 of a second. Hamlin's down to 1.3. They keep flipping cameras before you can see what happened. Ooh. Damn it, Fox. Logano just got air blocked hard by Kaz Grala, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, and Hamlin couldn't get there. Still 1.2. He will clear all in that one corner. Meanwhile, Truex has gone no further than just barely in front of Chastain. 0.7 of a second. Logano now starting to run down the leader. Chastain looking back to the high side on the leader. He almost got there. I'm telling you guys, this racing's about to pick up big time. Who's the 15? Who's that car that's blocking the track? And there's contact there. Hamlin and the 15 just got into it twice. Who is that? 15. Kaz. What is Kaz doing? You're 3 laps down. Why are you battling the leader like that? Pinch him off on the corner and hit him twice. Like, what are you doing? Chastain will not go away. He is just continuing to fight. By the way, he just picked up a spot on Dillon. Oh, no, sorry. Dillon's multiple laps down. He didn't gain nothing. 0.7 of a second, and Truex has now re-entered the clean part of the racetrack. So Truex got bottled up, but they couldn't keep him bottled up long enough for everybody to get there, and now he's going to start driving away. Oh, actually, Logano got around around Chastain pretty quick. 0.6 of a second with 8 laps to go. Stenhouse will be the next car that they catch. .7 of a second, 7 laps to go. He's got to beat him by 1/10 a lap. He didn't do it last time by, so he's going to need traffic to play a factor here. 7 to go. Hamlin is probably no longer a factor. Man, it's going to get tight. He's closing. 0.6 of a second with 6 to go. Got him by 0.2 that lap. You can't follow him. You're going to have to take a different line every lap. Who is that in front? It's a Ford. Is that Gregson? No, it's somebody else. Oh, man, he's closing 5/10 with 5 to go. I got a bad feeling this is going to be a big old bump and run situation. Don't look now, by the way. Denny Hamlin just ran a 23.9, which is another 10th better than that. So he could be getting close. Five to go. Now 4 to go. He did not gain that lap. He actually lost a 10th that lap. But Truex continues to close on that lapper. And is that going to cause enough problems? Coming around to 3 to go. Todd Gilliland washes up, gives him the bottom. I told you Hamlin was going to have a shot. I didn't think he'd get there, but I didn't think Logano was going to close back in. All right, Truex going to go to the bottom. He's got to follow right in the tire tracks, though. You definitely don't want that if you're Martin Truex. You want to be in clean racetrack. 3 to go, though. I think he's in pretty good shape. Although he's not going to have the full exit on this corner. Caution is out. Oh, my goodness. Kyle Larson spins off turn 4. And we've got an interesting situation developing now. Oh, boy. Well, well, well. This race just turned wild. Oh, my God. William Byron's going to win this race. I'm telling you, William Byron is going to win this race. Count on it. Oh, did Bubba hit him? Coming out of turn 4. He just dumped him. I don't know why. I don't think Gibbs is going to be overly happy about that. Yeah, that cost them a pretty surefire win, possibly. Now, I will say this. Byron, Larson, Elliott, 2 tires. 2 tires. You take 2 tires, and you're not going to be faster, but 2 tires. With 3 of your cars at the front, one of you will win. If I'm Hendrick, I'm going over the team radio and saying 2 tires for all of you. Somebody in our camp is winning this race. That's what I'm doing. All right, guys.
Holy moly.
That's a legit yellow. But wow, what was he doing? I mean, that. Here's the question: if you're Noah Gragson, do you stay out? I mean, seriously, do you just stay out and make people go around you? Because you're last car on the lead lap right now, or second to last car on the lead lap. Are you going to fall all the way to the last car on the lead lap in 1 lap? I feel like enough guys are going to get bottled up behind you that you're going to probably not lose a whole, like all of your spots. Then again, you might. All right, though, here they come. I think 4 tires is out of the question. With only 2 laps at Richmond, I think 2 tires is the answer. But we will find out right now. Logano is in. What is he doing? Four tires for Joey Logano. If you're Hendrick, you got it. 2 tires. Easy call. 2. This shouldn't be a hard call. Go for 2. Everyone else is doing 4. I'm doing 2. William Byron's going to win this race off 2 tires or something. Did Hamlin do 2? Did nobody do 2 tires? Bro, what? How? I am mind blown. Mind blown. Nobody did 2 tires? Like, it's 2 laps. I know you'll be slower, but it's 2 freaking laps. Seriously? Not 1 car did 2 tires? I mean, where is your gamble, bro? Like, oh boy, dude, 2 tires. I'm gonna point to a guy randomly on the chart. I guess it hasn't updated yet. If you're Brad Keselowski, you're running 10th. There's only 15 cars on the lead lap. 2 tires means the worst you will finish is 15th. 4 tires and fuel, you have to race equally with everybody else from 10th. You definitely ain't winning that. No shot. I just don't get it, man. The opportunity was there. It was there. Oh, God, Chastain stayed out. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, free pass. Okay, thank God. Whew! I thought for a second Chastain was about to old tires this thing and just blast the field. Okay, that ain't going to happen. So, now the question is, I assume you put your qualifying setup in. You need just 2 laps, so put your best qualifying, setup together and see what you can do. All right, well, it'll be a Gibbs front row, so there's a good chance for that. Fire every crew chief right now. Well, I wouldn't say everyone. I don't think Hamlin, if everyone goes for 4, then Hamlin, Truex, Logano are sitting ducks. Like, you don't want to be the only one on 2 tires. I just don't understand Elliott, Bell, Larson. Well, but Larson spun. He has to do 4. But Elliott, Bell, Byron, Keselowski, Buescher, Barry, 2 tire this thing and go get a bunch of track position. Like, what's going to happen to you? You're going to get past? You're already back in the field. At least you have a shot for something good to happen. If you start on the inside and get a good start and get out front and the guy behind you sails it in too hard and hits the guy behind you, you could end up kind of getting away because of some collision that happened behind you. It gives you a shot to win. At least give yourself a shot. That's all I'm saying. Don't take your only shot away. If you're the last car on the lead lap, you already know how bad you can possibly finish. That's as far back as you'll finish. So go for broke. I can't even express how frustrating that is. I guess karma's a little bit of karma's what do they call it? Something else. They had a loose wheel on Bubba's car, but 16-second stop, lost a bunch. Or sorry, not 16 second. He lost a bunch of spots. Bubba will restart 16th due to that bad pit stop, and yeah. All right, let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting restart. Get the popcorn ready. I think this race, at least the same contenders are all up front, but I guess we'll see. See what Logano does, too. He may do something even crazier, so. Coming to the green. We missed the restart because Fox is a bunch of morons. I can't even express my frustration with Fox. They continue to just piss me off because they are incapable of doing the basic, simple thing they're supposed to do as a broadcast crew. Still side by side. Logano coming. 2 to go. Ooh, Logano washed up a little bit. Now Larson is there. Hamlin clears. Logano now with a run on Truex. White flag is in the air. Man, Logano looks like he's got a good car. He washed up a little bit to get clear of Truex. He's going to take a shot at it, I assume. Fox, zoom out. All right, we do see the checker flag. Denny Hamlin's going to snag the win. Larson walls Truex coming to the line. I'm guessing he ain't going to like that very much. But, so, down the backstretch, Larson and Truex were side by side. Fox zoomed in so close on Joey Logano's left rear tire, I couldn't see anything but his left rear tire while they were getting ready to go into turn 3. So I couldn't even see if, oh, Truex is mad at Hamlin. What happened there? I feel bad. Truex, he had the race freaking won and got screwed again. But I'm guessing there's going to be an interesting meeting going on there. But let's see here. So actually no. Truex just left hooked into Larson. That's a fair move now. See, I don't mind that. So Larson walled him coming out of 4 here. I don't actually mind this wall here because he door checked him down the straightaway. So that actually doesn't bother me that much. It's kind of like, you chose to side check him. Like, if you're going to get physical here. Let's see here. It's coming to the checkered. Puts him in the fence. I wouldn't normally like that. I did not notice the door down the backstretch, though. If that was just Larson doing that for no reason, I have a problem with that. But the fact that Larson did that after Truex hooked hard left and doored him down the straightaway, I have no problem. The stupid camera guy, please don't run in front of a stupid car, you moron. I hate those camera guys so much. I hate to say it because it's like they're just doing their job, but Fox, please don't put them in harm's way. Top 5 for Elliott. Definitely did not have that good a car, but I guess you take it. You take what you can get. Noah Gragson brings it home in 12th. Good run for Noah. We'll talk about this race in the race review. If you guys haven't caught, I've started doing race reviews. This one being a night race, I'll be up a little late tonight trying to get that all taken care of. Definitely it's gonna be a little bit though. It might be tomorrow morning because I'm gonna stick around and try to catch all this beef that we got going on because I want to find out exactly what's going on with the Larson situation and the Hamlin situation before I go and make my race review because there's definitely some fun stuff to talk about. So. We'll be talking about all that, but we'll go through the notes real quick. Just a quick little blurb about who we got here. Obviously, Hamlin snags the win. Logano second. Larson third with that battle with Truex to the finish. Elliott ends up 5th. I guess good. I would just love for him to have a good race car for once. Bell 4th. Byron 5th. Keselowski 6th, 7th, 8th. 9th is Buescher. 10th is Tyler Reddick. So Barry and Gragson bringing home 11th and 12th. So good job on those guys. The Stewart-Haas car showed a lot better speed today than they've seen in the last couple years. And then I think that's pretty good. You know, I think Gregson's going to have a lot better year this year than he did last year. So, but your winner, Denny Hamlin, as I'm watching him climb out of the car right now, to a lot of boos. I don't think it was not very friendly. So climbs out to a lot of boos. But we'll see what's going on with the Truex thing and the Larson thing with some Twitter beef, and I'll find out through Twitter, kind of learn about all the beef and see what's going on there, along with the Wallace Larson situation. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this race. It was something fun. Hey, Denny fan, you got another race win you need? I'll have a pin if you need it. But anyway, remember, race win pre-orders will be up on the website tomorrow. And then if you're the first one to order the Elite Premium Edition off the website, that's how you end up with the stat card that I showed on the live stream. I'll show it one more time real quick just because I can. Let me look. Where'd I put them? Where'd I put those cards? What the heck? Where'd I put those cards? I can't see them. All right, here we go. Where's that card? I'm drawing a blank here. I had these like business cards and they're gone. Where did I put them? I literally put them on a shelf. Now they're gone. What am I doing? Okay. Anyway, it was, if I ever find it, it was a card. But anyway, it's a card. It'll be specifically the right, DIN situation. It'll come with a pin, all that stuff. But it'll have the Race Craze holographic sticker on it as well. So if you're the first one to get the Elite Premium, that's what it is. I'll show it off when I get the first Elite Premium in, but that's kind of how it's all structured. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed the race. We'll see you next week for Martinsville. I'm gonna look quick because I can. Schedule. Martinsville. Yes. So we'll see you next week for Martinsville.